All right. Trying to figure out where to even put this one, really. Um, so I just had to record a video about a story, and it dealt with domestic violence, right? And in the story, you have the wife and you have the husband, and it was stated in the story that the wife had stated that her ex-husband stated to the courts that he would get drunk and then he would threaten to shoot her. And they gave her a no contact order, restraining order, what have you. And the inevitable still ended up happening. And it goes back to a lot of the videos that I think about that I've done when it dealt with domestic violence, right? And one of the main things that uh, I've continuously stated was that I advocate for women going out to get their license to carry. Now, when I specifically did these stories and I was pointing them in a certain direction, right, I would get pushback from the magical black men that are out there. And they were, with those that were leaving the comments, were 1,000% against, you know, uh, those women going out there to get their license to carry. And then, I have to sit back and I think about when people leave comments sometimes, I happen to, wonder, I'm like, well, what if this was a story about your aunt, right? What if this was a story about your grandmother, your daughter, your sister, a very close, female friend that, you love like family? Would you not want them to be safe if somebody, in a sense, threatened their life? If somebody was going to attempt to take their life? And, more than likely, they would not give a reply back or an answer. And, like I said, I don't know. I'm just, a lot of stuff is, in a sense, confusing sometimes, right? You'll do stories and you 100% think that you are going in the correct direction. You'll look at it and you'll spot a lot of things. And then, of course, you'll give your opinion. And it's like, all right, yeah, this is everything, seems, completely, good. And then it's like, nah, because in my mind, I'm like, I 100% know that guys who are against women getting their license to carry are not going to be the ones out here on the street trying to stop any potential guy from trying to carjack or mug them or worse. Right? 9 times out of 10, matter of fact, I'm sorry, 10 times out of 10, they're not going to be the guys on the scene to stop that from happening. They're not going to be anywhere around when any of those things take place. So again, it's a little bit baffling and confusing when it is that you have men out here that don't want women to get their license to carry, but yet you want women to be protected. Or you'll happen to state, better yet, you'll happen to state that, well, if a woman would have, had She would have just had a guy, she would have had that protection, right? But then what if that guy is her husband? So then what? All of that falls to the wayside now. So now what do you have to say, right? She had a guy who has a field of guns, but now he wants to use those weapons directly on her. So now what defense does she have, right? Because the courts failed, the police failed, she don't got nothing. And then when you bring that up to a lot of those guys who are against women getting their license to carry, they don't have nothing to say. They'll come up with probably some extravagant type of deal or whatever it is, or better yet, they'll say, "Well, that wouldn't be my sister. That wouldn't be no woman in my family because I'll never let that happen." I'm like, all right, okay, you can say that, but more than likely, every guy out here knows of somebody that was close or knows of a family member that at one point in time was going through domestic violence or is at this moment in time going through domestic violence. And yet, you're not doing nothing. You're not busting no moves. Ain't nothing happening. Like I said, it's pretty funny dealing with the internet and people on the internet and the things that they just so happen to say. When it deals with things like this. So this is one of the reasons why you hear. I'm sorry, not here. This is why you have she fires directly on the front, right? This is a woman who is pretty knowledgeable about firearms, who, if any woman wanted to happen to go learn something, or it was still that sense of fear or anything of that nature, could clear cut go directly there and happen to, learn a few things, get used to a few things of that nature, right? Because again, the main thing I've always stated in a lot of my videos that we live in a world where uh, you have men out here who do not mean the best, when it comes to life and everything of the such. And people have to think critically and logically and take the necessary precautions in order to make sure that they're going to see the next sunrise, right? So, directly on her page, because originally a while back I wanted to do a video, short video directly about the content on, um, her page, but things come up, and so I do it by way of a live stream, like I've done, some other channels as well. And you can see a lot of the stuff that she has. She's gone to gun shows, getting guns on a budget. She goes over gun gear like holsters, expensive weapons, outdoor at the range, right? Then she also has shorts as well. Let me see if she got an about me, right? She says she fire focuses on self-defense with and without a firearm, where she shares content on guns, gear, training, and situational awareness with individuals who have a self-protection mindset. All activities are performed in a safe, controlled environment. She is a NRA certified instructor and also a black belt student of Shindo martial arts. Get firearms training in Florida, 2A-ratedtraining.com, right? It also states, of course, any activities involving firearms are observed and operated by qualified professionals who possess the necessary knowledge, skills, and credentials. Always consult with qualified professionals, adhere to local laws and regulations, and prioritize safety above all else when handling firearms, right? So she has 2.69K subscribers, 172 videos. Realistically, the main things that I've stated before is that platforms like this, where you have women who know about firearms, firearm safety, where they can actually teach and train people, it makes no sense why channels like this have so few subscribers. Um, she has like 500,000 views. It should be way more than that. Again, this is something I've stated this to women before. This is something that you can pass down to your daughters. This is, you can get the training and you can start to teach them, so that it makes it easier for them to basically know, learn the information and get certified quicker than what it took, originally for you. This is the same thing that I've stated before, where women, I'm like, hey, you know, instead of you guys like trying to get some red bottoms, instead of you guys spending money, 15 to 2K on hair, all this other type of stuff, right? Dresses, yada yada yada. Uh, Go take your girlfriends out to the fire range, right? Go save some money. I'm not sure how much, stuff like this specifically costs, but go to the fire range. Find a instructor or whatever, and go have fun doing that, right? So you can get comfortable, right? Learn something where you can actually pass it down and teach somebody else on, how to better protect and, survive. Um, like I said, it's something. It is it's something. Like I said, I don't know. I felt like I just technically had to, in a sense, do a live due to the fact of, the story that I had to cover. And like I said, it was sad. You had three kids that ended up losing their life, including the wife, and the husband ended up taking his life. And the main thing that I've stated to women before, I've even tried this directly on a live stream with a woman who was stated that she is in a abusive relationship. Um, like, yo, you need to run, you need to go, you need to just leave, right? Don't look back, because if you got kids, as a woman, like you don't have the luxury of staying there and trying to see like a what if, to think if this dude is playing games, if he's not going to sit up there and do it. 9 times out of 10, these dudes are going to sit up there and do it. If they told you a multitude of times that this is something that they're going to do, either drunk or sober, they're going to do it. They're just waiting for that moment, right? So, just saying, uh, women need to go out there and get their license. Yo, James, what is up? What is up? What is up? Tippy said, "Hi, I can't sleep. Why are you up so late?" I'm normally up, roughly. Um, a lot of guys really say that. Well, if not a gun, maybe a BB gun. Nah, BB gun ain't gonna help. You need something that's going to actually put somebody down. Like I said, you're gonna need something that's going to actually put somebody down, right? So then, the other thing I want to lightly touch on is this, because I was actually this is the the thing that's quite different, right? So this video, which I did not at all expect to like move, and it's hilarious that it ended up moving when I'm not like monetized. Shout out to YouTube. Um, it's amazing the amount of comments that are there, right? Let me just make sure I bookmark her channel here. Just had to do that real quick. And then let me just go back to good old YouTube, right? Now, the amazing part is the fact that when I look directly at this video, there's about 13.2K views, and you got 329 people that left a comment. The most interesting thing directly about this video right here is that the overwhelming majority of people were like, no, 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 Seiji, you're wrong. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, right? They were like, nah, uh, 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 the black woman, she was irate, she was emotional, she was this, she was that, and then the other one that was there, and I tried to tell people directly in the video, I'm like, the mother had nothing really to do with the situation in a sense. The daughter, who was a teenager, she's the one that quit. Teenagers quit jobs all the time. So for people to like really go in on that part as if like that's really something, and I'm like, yo, you got kids. I know a lot of y'all, a lot of the people that's leaving comments, I know a lot of them got kids. And I know they kids ain't about to be staying at Dairy Queen or whatever it is for like 10 years. They're not about to be doing that. They're about to be flipping through like 5 to 6 different jobs. Right? And I promise you, those kids that end up quitting a lot of those jobs, they go right back to that same job and they talking to their friends. They sitting up there ordering food. I done seen it. And it's hilarious to me to see so many people like, oh well, the establishment, they can ask you to whatnot, whatever, and all this other. All right, that's cool. But the main part is that the teenage girl who quit, she's been patronizing that business since she had quit. So to magically up and wanting to call the police directly on her, completely ridiculous. Don't even make sense. And then going at the hello, Miss McIntosh. Hello, how are you doing? Um, and then to go at the other fact that you had people wanting like it was very weird just looking through the comments, seeing people like agree with the cops, and then people not pointing out the not listening to. This is how I know that people just initially start typing and they're not listening to the video. The black man that you see that is there, to from everything that I was able to understand, that was his wife, right? So the whole family was there, right? And the girl was waiting for somebody to get off of their shift or what have you. So while waiting, she decided to go into the establishment in which she previously worked, and she sat up there and got something, right? Now, mind you, if at any point in time, if I might have been fired from a job or if I might have quit a job, I can still go back there as a patron. I can't go back there as an employee and use my employee discount card, right? But I can go back there as a a patron, right? Anybody and everybody can go out there and do the exact same thing, and that's what they were there doing, right? They had an order there of which they were waiting for, and some people were like, well, they can actually leave and all this other type of stuff and yada yada yada. I'm like, that's cool, that's great, but give them the refund. Give the money back the same way you took that money. Give the money directly right back, and then they can be on their merry way. The refund did not happen. The lady who called the police, who more than likely took the order, she didn't sit up there and give a refund. She didn't even attempt to give a refund. She was the same one that sat up there and said, I don't have to give you a reason of why it is that I don't want you here. I don't want you here. And the reason why I made sure to highlight everybody that was there is because I was trying to get people to actually think about something for a minute. So you had this Caucasian woman who was the manager of a store. Everybody there, reflective wise, is pretty much Caucasian. Shout out to Kenneth Savage for the subscription. Everybody there is reflective of the manager and the cops. Nobody there is black. So when she's saying that I don't want you there, she's saying that for a very specific reason and not for the fact that she used to be an employee. Because remember, she couldn't give a valid reason on why it is that she didn't want her there, right? Because no, usually whenever I've covered these stories, managers have stated, oh well, this employee, they were nasty, they talked back a lot, they didn't do this, they didn't do that, they caused a ruckus, they were very disruptive, they were this, they would normally list all of these things in front of everybody, including the police. The police would also state, this is what the manager told us about this employee, and these are the reasons why it is that they don't want you here. That's normally what would take place. But magically, in unison, the greater majority of the comments underneath that video sided with the cops. There were even some people there who wanted to sit up there and, state some other things, right? Like, let me actually swap this over real quick. That's what we want to do. I'm going to swap this. Give me a second. We're going to go sort by newest. And we are going to pull this one directly out. Whoops, sorry about that. I'll pull this one directly out. And we're going to make this a window capture so y'all can see the comments. Like I said, it's it's funny sometimes, when you happen to see certain things, right? Let me see if I can do that real quick. Put that, sort of, kind of try to zoom that in for you guys, right? So, Jay Reddy, right, said, how you said the cop got emotional and didn't even mention how emotional the worm that was supposed to be women were the whole time. Black men really do used to their mamas treating them like this. They think it's normal. Lame shit. You really got me defending the cops right now. Nobody actually got you defending nothing. You opted to defend the cops. And again, like I said, this is how I know that people are not listening. That's how I know people ain't listening, people ain't paying attention. And when it is that you put the information to somebody's TikTok directly up there so that they would go directly to the TikTok so that they can hear from the daughter and the mother of what took place, what happened, everything like that, people still don't decide to do it, even though you have people that will come to platforms and they would bang down your door. Hey, we need more information. We need more proof. Where did you get these links from? Where did you get this from? All this other type of stuff, right? And then when you give this stuff directly to people, people just don't pay attention to it. It's completely crazy to me, right? Yeah, other people directly up there. Stop, bro. You were raised by your mother. I'm just trying to figure out what specifically does that mean? Right? Because it's funny how people want to talk about you were raised by your mother. And my main thing that I happen to tell people is like, at least I was raised by somebody. Because 9 times out of 10, a lot of people out here ain't even had no parents. And I mean, what I mean by that is a lot of people had somebody present, but that doesn't mean that they were a parent. They had a adult body that was there, but that doesn't mean that they were being a guardian and making sure to protect the well-being of that child and to teach them the things that needed to be taught. like I said, um, it's hilarious to me when people want to try to critique you on certain things because you decide to stand for something, right? Because the funniest thing is, if I would have took the whole narrative and I would have been like some of the conservative black people out here, right? And I would be like, look at these blacks. Look at what they're doing, causing a ruckus in this white establishment. This is a nice white establishment, something that they would never see in the hood, in the ghetto. This is why you can't take black people nowhere. This is why when they say one too many, it is one too many. How many do you count directly in that video? You count the husband, you count the daughter, you count the mother. One too many. And then I will sit up there and show you the white people, right? Look at how embarrassed that the white people are. That they got to sit up there and deal with this ghetto hood type of stuff. And what's the other stuff they would normally say? This is stuff that you will find in Detroit, in Chicago, somewhere down south, where people lack education, lack decorum, right? Now, if I would have sat up there and took a whole nother route and said that all the black people that were filmed should be thrown in jail, should be facing charges for disruption, for talking back against the cops, not following orders. If I would have said all of them should be arrested, y'all would have sat up there and came at me sideways. Y'all would have been all through the comment section. Oh, this is what we talking about with black folks. Black people can't stay on code. I might disagree with, how the family was doing, but I'm not going to sit up there and go that far and say that they deserve to be arrested and yada, 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 and all this other type of stuff. But then when I sit up there and take the whole other aspect, I'm looking at the way that the cop was moving. His main thing was to get aggressive. His main thing was to try to antagonize the situation. His main thing was to make it as emotional as possible, to justify and allow himself a reason to pull out that taser and to tase that mother. He literally had the taser out with the laser aimed directly on her. And people were just agreeing with the cops. Other cops coming directly to the scene, listening only to the other cop, not paying attention to the black people there. Not paying attention, not trying to get any further information. As soon as he came in the door, handcuffs in the hand. And yet, again, people were what? Agreeing directly with the cops. Like I said, it's hilarious to me. It's hilarious to me to see the transition and the change that takes place when you're standing for something. And the main thing, like I told people before, it's like, hey, it is what it is. I can be by myself, standing up and lending my voice to something. I don't know what to sit up there and tell everybody else because, at the end of the day, what's going to inevitably end up happening is that when situations like this end up happening to you and yours, you're going to actually hope that somebody acts and does something. If it ends up happening to your mother, if it ends up happening to your daughter, your niece, whatever it is, you're going to wish that somebody stood up and did something. Like I said before, people still asking the question, why go there if you just quit? Again, you're dealing with from everything that I was able to see directly on the TikTok, that girl is young. She's more than likely a teenager. Teenagers just so happen to quit. She's a teenager up until I know otherwise. Because I ain't about to sit up there and full-fledged say that somebody is a grown woman because we already saw that with the City Bike Karen, where everybody wanted to try to portray the individuals that were there, the grouping that was there, as men. They wanted to try to portray them as grown men going after this pregnant white woman. And that wasn't the case. These were teenagers. Teenagers, like I sat up there and told people. But like I said, nobody wanted to listen. Nobody wanted to pay attention and actually look. Right? Like I said, it's crazy. It is 1,000% crazy. But like I said, it is what it is. At the end of the day, people got their opinions. People feel the way that they just so happen to feel. As I've told you guys before, I just hope that any of the stories that I just so happen to cover, I hope that none of these things specifically happen to you or anybody that you know. I hope not, because the same energy that a lot of y'all like to show in the comment section, I know that y'all not going to show that in real life when it pertains to a situation like this hitting your front door. You're going to be silent. You're going to be looking for people to try to like advocate and speak up for you. You're going to be crying about how this is an injustice and all this other type of stuff. Because, it's funny how people act all tough and people do all of this directly online in the comment section underneath stories. Um, but when stuff actually happens, ain't none of that there. None of it. You know, like I said, you'll have things up here where it'll showcase black men standing up. People don't pay attention to it. Have other videos where black men are standing up yet again, such as a husband. Also, I put this up there because it breaks down that narrative of what people said, that black fathers don't exist. People said that black men run away from responsibility. People said that black men don't marry black women. They say that black men don't protect. Black men are not providers. You clear cut saw a father, saw a husband directly there in that video. But yet again, like I said before, no matter how many videos you put out there, no matter how much you try to put the information and try to give people the information, people still ain't thinking. People just going directly off of feelings. And they're not looking at all of the many different things that are taking place, that are pictured directly in one video or in one picture. Like I said, it's sad. It's really sad. Yo, what's up, Kane? What is going on? What is going on? Yo, Lunch, good morning, good morning. Lunch said, the moment you actually really start talking bad about the black community, said your YouTube got, well, hold on. The moment you actually really started talking bad about the black community, said your YouTube go start supporting your video. Wait, I'm confused. Then you can see the white men in the back who love black women more than anybody not doing nothing. Yeah, and that was one of my main points too. Um, oh, matter of fact, your lunch. That's let me highlight that. I know it's a little bit of a typo, but basically what lunch is saying, um, like I think it's sort of kind of in reverse, right? Um, so in a sense, the moment in time that I spoke something positive, I started having critiques. Right, video got like 300 and whatever, like comments or whatever, and you'll see quite a lot of them that highly disagree with what took place in the video and everything that I stated, and I'm like, that's beyond me. That is 100% beyond me. Um, I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. Like I said before, normally if I happen to do videos and it showcases some stuff, you know, I'm not getting views like that. Ain't nothing happening to like roll up and pull up because I promise you, let me at a point in time somewhere during this month towards next month do a video to show some support somewhere. And you're not going to see like 13K people roll up, and you're not going to see 300 or some comments. What you are going to see is probably about 2 to 300 people maybe roll up to that video, and you'll probably have about 5 to 10 comments. But like, oh man, that's nice that you're doing that. That you're doing that. Yo, you showing some. It's gonna be that. Like I said, the moment of time that you happen to show support, you got two things that'll take place. If you're black and you're showing support to other black people ain't gonna listen. Um, if you're black and you showing some type of support to black people, and it's a situation like this, you'll have black people that be like, yeah, this ain't it. This ain't it. Like I said, if I happen to do some other type of content, then people will just so happen to show up. Everybody got an opinion. Black people pulling up and rolling up to the scene. Like I said, it's crazy. It's 1,000% crazy. Oh, okay, I got you. I got you. I got you. My mind is it's early morning. I got you lunch. Light corrected me on the bottom. She said that basically, let me put that up there just so everybody else can catch it. Because my mind might have been somewhere else. I was trying to rewrite it in my mind, but I was incorrect. My bad, lunch. I apologize. Light said that, oh, you got a new picture up there. Look at you, new picture. Light said he's saying if you start talking bad, YouTube will support you. Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. And I know it. I know it. Um, and like I said before, I left a lot of my stuff in critique mode in hopes that people would sit up there and actually just like hear it and listen and and stuff like that. But far too often, what you end up inevitably seeing is that black people are highly emotional, and black people don't like to listen to critiques. And I'm generalizing. I'm going to generalize like hell because it is what it is. I can go back through and look at a lot of my videos, and I can look at the views that I've gotten directly on those, and it will prove my point. And I can probably actually do that on both channels, and again, it's going to prove my point. I can also go to my IG, again, it's going to prove my point. um like I said, it's going to be tough out here. 2030 is rolling up. And every time I look at the comments, and I look at other things directly on my channel, I know that it is going to be a uphill battle for black people. Because just like how a lot of people don't want to listen, there's going to be millions more that are going to be stuck in a bind when stuff starts falling into place because they didn't want to listen, they didn't want to pay attention. It's crazy. Like I said, light. I put up a video uh on my IG, and it deals with Australia, and it deals with garlic. And the most interesting thing about that video is that they're now making people aware of what the garlic is able to do when they could have told people that some time ago. But they didn't want to do that because that would have messed some stuff up. Watch. If you happen to like watch that video that I posted, that clip, I think it's probably about like 2 minutes that I posted on IG. It's going to be something. It's going to be something. Like I said, the video, it got views. It just didn't get a lot of comments. And I know why I didn't get a lot of comments, because more than likely a lot of the people that watched it were on the other side of the fence, not listening to other people. Like I said, for me, I tried to sit up there and warn and tell people. People didn't want to sit up there and listen. So now, some time later, news comes out about certain things, and now all of those people that were coming at me sideways, both on my YouTube videos and on IG, they nowhere to be seen. I think I might even, have some back and forth with people on Twitter during the time. And magically ain't none of those people nowhere to be seen. And I'm like, for me, hearing that, I'm like, that's some major, type of news. I'm like, ooh, ooh. I'm like, I would love to see what would happen if that news reached over here in the United States, and then people all over are able to basically hear that. Like I said, it's tough. Lunch said, I saw that I'm looking to get in some of that. Yeah, yeah, yep. It's and they got other stuff directly out there that people been knew about for a long time. And the funniest thing is, there were some TikTok videos and YouTube videos that people were putting out, but those videos were automatically getting snatched off the platform because they were labeled as misinformation. Like I said, the games that get played. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yo, K5, what is up? What is up, brother? What is going on? What is going on? I see it. No wonder why so many words. Yep. Tippy said every day I try to have vegetables with every meal. I'm drinking smoothies now. I'm trying. Yeah, smoothies are good. I'm telling you, like, yo, if you really want to do something different, I mean, you probably gotta, save up some money. Because that's what I want to sit up there and end up getting. Look into getting a juicer, right? Look into getting a juicer and look up some different, juicing recipes on YouTube, right? While everything is still everything at this moment in time before the quote unquote internet outage that they're touting, um, before that takes place, look up some stuff. Look up some stuff. Um, like said, garlic is the one that helps cure high blood pressure. Yeah, it works on quite a bit of things. Keith Benson said, "Got to have a kind heart towards folks so beaten they stop caring for their own future." I mean, it depends on who you're talking about. I need you to Keith. I need you to be specific in who it is that you're talking about, because folks is a generalized type of thing. When we're dealing with full fledged, in a sense, logical thinking adults, able bodied, um, I feel sorry for kids. I feel sorry for teenagers. I can't really feel sorry for like able bodied adults. Like I said, that's like me feeling sorry for like an alcoholic. You made yourself an alcoholic. Like I put it to you like this: if I ever became an alcoholic, ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for me sitting up there like drinking and spending my money on like alcohol and not being able to pay my bills or anything like that. Why? Because I decided to do that. I decided to spend my money doing that. I myself know that alcoholism runs in my family, right? So if I automatically know that, if I was able to witness and see that, it would behoove me not to sit up there and move into that same avenue of addiction, right? And have that as a vice in my life that's going to stop me or impede me from doing a multitude of things. Like I said, I feel sorry for kids. This is why I advocate for kids. I feel sorry for teenagers, even though they're hard headed, right? Knuckleheads don't want to sit up there and listen. I feel sorry for them because they still have the potentiality to change what it is in that they think and who it is that they are. Adults is pretty much concrete. You ever try to get a, like a 40 plus, 50 plus, 60 plus year old man to try to change? It ain't happening. That's concrete. That foundation is already set and dry. It's done. So this is why I said to tell people, I need some examples of what it is that, people talking about. Um, Let me see. We need to definitely support our black owned farms that have actual seeds. Light said, why I can't see Tippy. Uh, you should be able to see Tippy. I mean, maybe it's showing up like late or something. I'm looking from like a whole different like, what I'm not looking at it from like actual like YouTube, so I can't see how the stuff is layered. And also Tana, I'm live streaming on two different channels. So y'all might be on like two separate things. So that might be the reason why you can't see Tippy. I'm not sure if y'all both coming from the second channel, or if one is from the second and one is from the first, like however it, basically is working. Because I got 9 people. Let me explain something to y'all real quick. Oh, wait, hold on. Before I do that, let me go to K5 real quick. K said, I think he said like off topic. He was like off topic, but is the government making a UFO museum? I have not a clue. Let me see something real quick. That technically popped up. I mean, they have one in Roswell, New Mexico. Let me see if they got any news. Um, Not too. From anything that I'm at least able to see just off of looking, I can't spot anything about a brand new museum. Now, maybe somebody they might be doing it in some state. I'm not sure. It's possible, but I can't really find anything right now. Um, like I said, so true. They are set in their ways, no changing, even if it's life or death. Yeah, especially if it's life or death. Even if you could have a an older guy that's like 50, 60 on his deathbed. It was like, yo, all you got to do is just like change the way that you eat, all this other type of stuff. And it's like, yo, you could be up out the hospital. You know what old people like to say? What's done is done. It's God's will. I live long enough. It's my time to go when it's my time to go. And this is what I just got to walk away. I'm like, you know what? You got it. You got it. I ain't even. You got it. I'm not even. I'm done. As soon as I start hearing those words, you got it. I'm not debating. I ain't fighting. I ain't arguing. I ain't trying to get you to change nothing. The moment in time I start hearing old people start telling me it's religion, I'm good. I got it. You got it. I'm just going to make sure that I learn the lesson. I'm going to learn the lesson from your lesson. I'm going to heed the words that you didn't want to heed so that I don't end up in this circumstance when I get to be your age, so I can make it past that age. This is why I sit up there and state whenever I do these stories, hopefully, whenever I put these stories out here, y'all learn from other people's lessons so that you don't have to sit up there and face and go through the same hardships that somebody else had to sit up there and go through. Right. Um, Tippy said people can change. What about Black China? She looks, but well, Tippy, see, this is the difference. I can't speak for women. I'm talking about for guys. I whatever women want to do is whatever women want to do. I'm speaking. I can only speak specifically for guys. I know how hard headed older men are. I got older men in my family that don't want to sit up there and listen. I got two uncles that don't want to sit up there and listen. They done been in and out of the hospital, still don't want to sit up there and listen. So I'm talking about men. I'm a man at the end of the day. I know how hard headed, how thick headed, how bull headed a lot of men are. Like I said, even when it deals with health, a lot of guys ain't about to sit up there and change nothing. They still gonna go out there and do this and do this and do that. Like I said, the only thing I can sit up there and tell people is that you can't say I didn't care. You can't say I didn't try. I put out statistics. I put out health stories. I put out different things like that to try to help a lot of dudes out here who I know are older than me, but like I said, don't want to sit up there and take the time to listen, learn, and read. So it is what it is. Like I said, a lot of y'all know better than me. Y'all been out here a lot longer. Have at it, boss. You got it. You got it, coach. I ain't gonna fight you. Um, Let me see. Okay, light is on the second channel. Okay, okay. Keith said, I'm dieting on mustard greens and oxtail because of my bad joints. I feel that struggle. I think try looking up some stuff about like cinnamon. I think doesn't that should help with like inflammation and different things dealing with joints. Like I said, look up like I'm telling people, look up stuff on YouTube. Why YouTube is still YouTube and the internet is still the internet. Look up, all of that stuff that you want to, learn about. You got different like juicing recipes and things of that nature where um it helps with, like joints or aches and pains and all of these other types of things. Like I said, look it up. Tippy said, "Oh, I thought you was talking in general, male or female. My bad." No, no, no. I was just talking about the guys. Just talking about the guys. Like I said, I feel that it would be selfish and irresponsible for me to die because of my failure to be healthy and responsible when it comes to my children. Well, you don't got nothing to worry about because usually women live longer anyway, so you good. you know, you good. Men are the main ones that happen to die from like stress. You hear all the times like a dude could be like out there like shoveling the snow or using a snowblower, he fall out dead. Like I said, you don't just consistently hear stories of women just like falling out. It got to be like something drastically different, for like a woman to like fall out. Stress takes men out. Prostate cancer takes men out, right? There's a multitude of things that sit up there and take men out every single day, literally. And y'all just, moseying by. Y'all just living as women. Tippy says some men do change for the better, Seji, like men losing weight, gaining muscle. But see, Tippy, that's you talking about the rare few. That's also like a mental thing too. In order for guys to like start working out, mentally they gotta start wanting to work out. No woman out here is gonna make a dude work out. Now, if you talking about those extenuating circumstances where it was like, okay, yeah, this dude is like a geek in school and he trying to get this girl and all this other type of stuff, or extenuating circumstances, bullied or a girl, all right, that's like a rare few. But for guys to want to work out and better themselves, it has to be in here. And a lot of guys ain't here to want to sit up there and look at themselves a certain type of way. If that was the case, then a lot of these fast food places would technically be closed down. Because we all know 9 times out of 10, if a dude is just getting off of work, he ain't trying to go home and cook. He about to sit up there and stop by a diner. Trust me, I done stopped by the diner quite a few times in the morning when it is that I wanted something to eat after work. I was like, I just got done after work. It's about 6:30. Let me cut across the street to the diner real quick. Let me get pancakes. Let me get some bacon, some eggs and hash browns. There we go. You got a nice meal. And then I can sit up there and I sit there maybe for about a few more minutes looking at, what's on the news, whatever, sipping on my little orange juice, pay my bill, and proceed to walk home. So I'm already, working off, part of what it is that, I already ate. But, again, it has to be up here for guys to want to sit up there and do it. If it ain't up here, guys ain't about to start going to the gym and working out. They'll be like, that's a waste of time. I ain't about to do that. I'd rather do something else, you know? Um, Lunch said, why, if aliens are always around, a majority of regular folks don't see them, but when they bring us videos and pictures, they're always fuzzy, but we all got all these high tech cameras and telescopes. Like I said, I don't got video footage, I don't got nothing, but I was out with my mom before and we sat up there and saw a stream of them bad boys sitting up there going across like the sky. And I'm like, yo, what is that? I'm like, yo, what is going on? I'm like, yo, I'm like, this is looking like we literally had to stop. We pulled over the car into this empty parking lot and got out, and we were just sitting up here just like watching as they were just sitting up here like going across the sky. And no, planes don't fly in groups. I don't know of any planes that's sitting up there flying in groups of like 9 to 12. Never seen that from planes ever before in my life. Never. And I know they got air shows, but it wasn't no air show happening at 8 to 9 o'clock in the hood. No. So, like I said, I don't have, only got word of mouth memory. I don't have Bigfoot footage of like, oh my God, look at these aliens. And then you looking at my footage and it looked like it's from like 1958. I don't got no footage. But like I said, I've seen some stuff throughout my lifetime where it didn't make sense, and I'm like, that's pretty interesting. So like I said before, I ain't here to try to shut nobody down, to try to say nobody's wrong, or to try to say nobody's right. I just know some of the stuff that I've seen in my lifetime. Like say, people will say that's a damn shame. She died because she didn't take care of her body and she had her children to raise. You, again, that's not really the case for women though. Tippy said Men's Health Awareness Month, which is facts. Let me just put that up there just in case people don't know. Let me just put that up there. Light said, no, you didn't say women just mosey on by. Yeah, women just mosey on by. Like when dudes are dropping, women just moseying on by, living lives. Tippy said, but I saw men in their 40s and 50s working out, looking to be 29. I've seen those videos too, and I'm like, that's great, that's excellent. But it's not as many as you think. That's the problem. You would need a lot more in order to really physically start seeing a change. This is the thing. When men start working out, that does something to men mentally, right? Because you're putting yourself on a regimen, you're putting yourself on a diet, you're putting yourself on a schedule, right? This is a tedious thing to do every single day. This is basically a job, right? Away from the normal 9 to 5 that you got, working out is a job. You got to be on time. You got to be strict. You got to make sure that you are doing what you are supposed to be doing every single day so that you can get those results, right? And like I said, it's a beautiful thing where you got brothers out here and they're working out. Trust me, I done watched a lot of videos where dudes are out here in the parks and they sitting up here like doing all of these different like arm, back, ab exercises and whatnot. And for me, I wish it would get to a point where it would get to like a point of like would hysterical be the right word? No, 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 no. I wish it would just get to the point where you would see fields of black men doing this. Because the moment of time that you get black men in the habit of doing some positive like that, their whole outlook on everything else is going to start to shift. all of the energy, if there's any type of like anger, if there's any type of like anxiety, stress, depression, working out benefits the mind and it alleviates a lot of that stuff, right? Because you might be depressed or feeling some type of way about like one thing, but that's going to start to subside the moment of time that you start working out, you start eating healthier, you start basically feeling and looking better, right? Because now you're not focused on like that whole thing. You're focused on clearly something completely different because you can see those results. It's physically there. You can touch and see those results. You know exactly what it is. And then the reactions that you're getting from those results are also pushing you to further improve on what it is that you've already improved on. Right? So again, it's building on that whole mental of healing, of confidence, and different things of that nature. I wish I was more articulate when it came, uh, to try to word this better. I'm not exactly there. I get there one day. Keith said that cinnamon works. I take it in my sweet tea. All right, all right. Light said, I see more men in the gym than women. Yeah, yeah, but see, this is the thing though. You being a woman saying that is vastly different, right? Now, if men sit up there and start saying that, then there's going to be you're going to see a whole nother part of content online where people, oh, this is sexist, this is that, yada yada yada. But realistically, we all know that there are more men in gyms than women. Women do go to gyms to work out, but women also go to gyms to look at other guys and to also get hit on. I'm just saying. There are three different reasons. Men go to gyms to go to the gym. That's it. Men ain't going to the gym. Yeah, I'm about to go to this gym. I'm about like 90 pounds overweight, but I'm about to go to the gym and sit up there and get me a date. Nah, because you know that you don't got a chance in hell getting that date because you're not physically appeasing to the eyes of a woman. A woman is going to look for a guy who obviously looks like a trainer, looks like he's cut from marble, right? Um, and they're going to want a guy who is physically in shape, even if they themselves are not even in shape. See what I'm saying? So, like I said, I can already see again you being a woman saying this vastly different versus if guys were to say this on like a podcast or something like this. It would Women would have a field day with that whole thing. They would have a field day, and for me, I'll be looking at it as a losing battle because um, I put it to you like this: you got more women that spend money on getting their bodies done versus going to the gym and working out and hiring a personal trainer. And that's a fact. There is no way that anybody out here can try to debate that because the cosmetic industry is making billions, billions on billions, racks on racks on racks. That's what they're making out here. The gyms ain't making that. They're making some money, but that's when you add everybody in there. They ain't making money like the cosmetic, industry, getting that lipo, the thighs, the tummy tuck, but breast augmentation, the BBLs, lips, and like I said, you got a lot of women out here that rather take the easy route, and it's the most dangerous route to have some things done. Um, I need help in my mental compartment. I'll tell you this, for the whole like mental thing, I would say like try looking at. I mean, therapy is like the easiest thing to sit up there and say, but don't nobody got money for a therapist. But if you got insurance, you can get a therapist. Even if you don't, even if you got state insurance, you can still get a therapist if one is needed for mental health. Uh, I would say like look at some videos online and work on meditation. That'll be the main go to. A lot of people don't know what meditation is, don't know how to meditate. Again, it's you dealing with yourself, you being within. You spending time with yourself. A lot of people don't spend time with themselves. They spend more time. A lot of people spend more time around and with everybody else versus actually themselves. And this is how it comes to be that a lot of people will be like, "Yo, I know more about you than you know about yourself." And realistically, that shouldn't be. Somebody else don't even care if it's a friend or whatever it is. They shouldn't know you better than you know yourself. You should be, the main source on that code because you are the code. But I say, watch videos on meditation. Listen to, different, types of meditative music. Books and different things. Like I said, the internet is a blessing and a curse. Some of the blessings just so happen to be that you can look online and you can either read a blog or you can watch like some videos or listen to the music. You can do all of this directly from your home whenever it is that you have time to yourself, to sit up there and do it. And some of the stuff you can happen to get, for cheap on, on Amazon. Maybe it might be like a bell or something like that, that might help, mentally put you into, that space that you need to be in order to start, trying to work through things mentally. Yo, Zaire, what is up? What is up? What is up? Much love, respect, and appreciation. What is happening? Light said, I'm working on mine. Knowing exercising is the best. Wait, that's true. Ain't no planes flying close together at night. Yeah, yeah, yeah. K5 said Alien versus Predator. This is what we're going to be calling the event where we have the illegal folks in this country hunt down the people eyes in the country. This man, this man. Uh, Concern said B1 fan was good. Said you the second coming. Not much, man. Just doing a early morning stream. Technically, it was not supposed to go this long, and I always say that every single time because technically it's true. Um, Let me see. Zaire said, "What did I miss?" Uh, I mean, technically, nothing much. I went over. Uh, it was a black woman's page who is certified, having the ability to license to carry and to also teach. Basically advocating for women out there due to the fact of a story that I did about domestic violence. Uh, Advocating the women out there, going out there, getting your license to carry. I probably repeated myself twice, but it's early in the morning, so it is what it is. But basically advocating for women to get their license to carry so that they can have better protection from those out there who mean them harm. And then I went over one of the other videos that I had directly up here, where a nice amount of people were clear cut disagreeing with, you know, uh, what it is that took place in the video, from the husband all the way down to the daughter to the mom, and you had quite a lot agreeing with, the cops. So, there's that. Um, Let me see. Like say your mindset can be strong and you still struggle with mental health. Be gentle with yourself, Tippy. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Chocolate Diamonds, what is up? What is up? What is up? Much love, respect, and appreciation. Tippy said, I used to feel jealous of the woman with plastic surgery, but I can't do that. Go under the knife for a dream body. This is the thing. Let me tell you something, Tippy. Um, the main thing I've always set up there and told people is that you have to get to a. This is why mental health and everything like that is very important. You have to be the main one to tell yourself that you love you, because like I said, you got women out here that will get plastic surgery, but they're not just getting that for themselves, they're getting it for the image of what it is that they think other people will like and love about them, right? It's not because if the women really wanted, right, to have a type of image about themselves, they would just work out. They would work out and go through all of that hard work and dedication in order to get that body, right? And then depending on how much weight that the woman has, there might be like some excess skin maybe on the stomach or maybe the arms and different things of that nature. And then they'll decide to get plastic surgery. That I understand. I get that part because no amount of dieting is going to get rid of that excess skin. Even some guys, they have to sit up there and get plastic surgery as well because the dude might have been 300 or 400 pounds. And I'm talking about overweight, and now he done worked out and lost all of that weight. Everything is just like it's not looking right. So they have to sit up there and set everything where it should actually be. So certain plastic surgery I completely get and understand. Other plastic surgery, it's like you're risking your life. Because at the end of the day, a lot of those women who got that surgery done, they're still eating trash. They're still eating garbage. They're still treating their bodies like their bodies used to be. That's what they don't show you. That's what they're not telling you. They're like, okay, well, my body looks great. It's snatched. It's done. I'm going to be still eating donuts. I'm still going to be eating this ice cream. I'm still going to be eating all this pizza. So all of their internal organs and everything is trash, cluttered, garbage. But yet the outside appearance looks great. It's like having $1 million home, but the inside looks like a landfill. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And then they want to parade themselves around like they didn't set up there like they did it. Nah, they didn't. They didn't do it. The doctors did. Medical modern science. They did that. You ain't had no parts but except handing over money and then allowing them to put you under anesthesia so that they can start snip and getting rid of the fat and stuff. Like it's crazy. It's so crazy. Then they come out and they all proud of the body like they actually worked on something. They didn't. Guys who go to the gym, they be working on their body. They be doing the heavy lifting, right? You know, they be having to go through like, pull muscles and all this other type of stuff because they're trying to, work out and they might end up overdoing it and different things of that nature. Right? I get why guys are proud of their body. I get why they want to sit up there and show that off. You got every single right to sit up there and show that off. Because you earned that. You did that. You had to sit up there and go through the many hours, through the many nights. You had to sit up there and eat right and all this other type of stuff. Do a workout regimen. Nobody forced you to sit up there and do that workout regimen. You had to do that yourself. You had to put your ass directly in that gym every single night. And you got some dudes out here that go to the gym before they actually go to work. That's their start of their morning. They go to the gym at 4 to 5, and then they sit up there and go to work at like eight or 9 o'clock in the morning. Hard work and dedication. So, but like I said, at the end of the day, you gotta love yourself first. Ain't nobody on this planet can sit up there and love you more than what you can love yourself. You gotta sit up there and love yourself more than anything else out here. And the moment in time you do that, a lot of things are going to start clicking. A lot of things are going to start kicking in that you wanted. You're going to start getting that motivation. Like, all right, let me, start doing this. Let me start doing that. Like I said, you said that you're doing it right now, so you're on that road already. You just have to like really be there. You got to be consistent. That's the thing. Just like when people talk about relationships, when it deals with like loving yourself, you got to be consistent in that. You can't abandon that. You can't sit up there and leave that because the moment of time that you do, you're going to be starting from ground one. You're going to be starting from a flat zero, and then you got to build that all the way back up to whatever level that you were originally at. That's going to take a long time. It already took a long time to sit up there and get from zero to whatever that number was, and now you got to work that all the way back down from the beginning. It's crazy. So consistency is going to be the hardest part. What we got up here? Uh, like I said, I definitely do frequency meditation and Rikai. That's been up my anxiety. Okay. Lunch said some people who was talking about health said your lifespan would be longer if you work out than if you don't. Yeah, that's true. If you treat your body a certain type of way, you will have longevity. Life wise, you will. Like I said, you got some people out here that's like 109, 110 years old, but they're that age because again, the life that they led before us was vastly different. The foods that they were eating before us was also vastly different. A lot of this stuff was natural. It was actually real. It wasn't GMO based. Versus a lot of the trash and the garbage that we take in and eat every single day that's being pushed to us by the government and who not and whoever directly out there. Like I said, I have a singing bowl that helps me clear my energy. That's what I was thinking about. Yeah, 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 the bowl, the one where you got like where you like have like the what's the name and you put it around like the ring of the bowl and lets off like that tune or that frequency. Yeah. Wait, what did K5 say? Oh, he was laughing at what K5 said earlier. I got you. I buy my own stones that help me with my healing and do a ritual baths and meditate during the baths. That's good. That's good. That's good. The Jelmo, what is up? What is up? What is up? Mental health. Sometimes it's a chemical imbalance, e.g., many suffer from low stronin levels. And you know what? I'm gonna just say like the gamma part, uh, aminobutyric acid levels in the brain. True, true, true. But I will say this though, you can fix a lot of these things chemically by eating better. We can all fix a lot of the things that we suffer from by actually eating better, right? But again, that comes in with like consistency, that comes in with like being real strict on what it is that, we're going to do, what we're going to eat, and cutting out a lot of the trash that we have been, used to, eating, some of which are our favorites. Kane said, I just saw a video of a 300-pound man who lost massive weight and his skin was hanging like an empty plastic trash bag. Yep. Yep. Like said, what you put in your body up. Tiffy said, The Rock does that. Like said, think, how do I love myself? And then take little steps. Let me see. Tiffy said, yeah, I heard food was better in the 50s and 60s. Basically, the generation before the 2000s, I guess. Light said no. I watch and listen to the videos. James and Iris, much love and appreciation, James and Iris, said my husband's grandmother, my husband's grandmother and my grandmother both lived to be over 100. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like the generations before us, a lot of the things that they actually ate, like they were getting sunlight. They were getting daily exercise. They were also eating good, right? Because yeah, they had fast food during that time, but 9 times out of 10, people were having like Sunday dinners. People were having dinners throughout the week that were home cooked meals. So people were actually eating good. This is why when it comes to us now, for our generation, for the people of now, this is why we have such a high rate of like diabetes, obesity, morbid obeseness, and different things of that nature, high blood pressure, and all the other type of bad stuff, because we're eating trash, we're eating garbage. Trust me, talking to a person that sit up there and be eating Domino's because it's cheap. So I know a thing or two about eating trash. Trust me, I'm right there. Light said there's a lot of chemical in the foods that have changed over the years. They work against your hormones. Yep. David, yo, what is up? What is up? What is up? What is going on? Yo, Kid Gravity, what is up? What is happening? What is up? What is up? What is up? Uh Shout out to some of those live streams. I think I forgot. I can't even specifically tell you the live stream because it was probably about like a minute ago that I watched it. But I watched one of the. Oh, no, 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 no! Because I was there. You saw me there. I was sitting up here thinking I saw it on replay. Was it another one that I watched too? I might have watched some other stuff too. But no, shout out to just in case y'all don't know, shout out to Kid Gravity. Kid Gravity also has his own platform, uh, doing content as well, talking about everything that is going on. Either I think I want to say like both society and celebrity wise, as well. Shout out to you and your platform. I had actually had brought up because I wasn't sure if you were here during like the last live stream. I was sitting up there telling people like because of the things that take place directly on my platform. This is part of the reason why I don't happen to do uh, collaborations sometimes because I don't want these types of things following over and impeding on other people's like growth and stuff like that. Like I said, I see like you're sitting up here doing good, to see like other people doing great. Like I said, my main thing is I want people to be as successful as could be. I want people out here making it, doing a damn thing. And I don't want things like this stopping that from from like happening and stuff like that. Because trust me, I didn't forget at all from the comment you left. I think it was underneath a community post. It was either a community post or underneath one of the videos that I did a little bit ago, and I've been thinking about that for like quite some time, and I was like, damn. And then it was like, shit just like started hitting the fan. I'm like, you know, it's like, it's crazy. But like I said, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of your platform, everything that you're doing. You're gonna, have a lot of things coming directly towards you. Hold on, let me get some real quick. All right, I'm back. What we got over here? MSG is lethal, and it's in many Chinese takeaway foods, which a lot of black people folks eat. MSG is monster, yes it is. The Jumbo said, Void additives, corn, said corn syrup is in many foods and cuts the communication between the brain and stomach, tricking you into feeling hungry and eating more. Yep, MSG is a straight monster. James and Iris stated that they used to rotate the crops to not deplete the nutrition in the ground. Yeah, I used to watch. Like I said, for me back when I was younger, I used to watch. Well, I still do now, but even more so. Back when my grandmother was alive and stuff, um, I used to watch so many different like documentaries about like America, about agriculture, irrigation, and all of these other types of things. And it's like I said, it's very interesting watching videos from, like the 60s, 50s, 40s, 30s, and looking at the life back then, how simple it was and what it is that people were actually eating. Right. So some pretty interesting stuff. Kane said years ago I was getting sick from eating pork. Instead of taking medicine, I simply stopped eating pork. Yep. Yep. Now I tell you this though, um, a substitute that people can do is, I think I might have did a live on it. I might have had it up there like they got like beef bacon, turkey bacon, chicken bacon. So they got like different other types of bacon. So it's like if you still want bacon in a sense, it's not pork, it's beef. Beef is actually pretty. Beef bacon is. Whew. One of these days when I happen to make a burger, let me tell you something. I'm gonna put some beef bacon on there. Let me tell you something. Oh boy, oh boy. Let me tell you, beef bacon tastes great. Tastes great. Um, to be said, yeah, back then the food was better, prices were better, didn't see massive homelessness people. It was better, but it wasn't make America great. Yeah, that's true. Okay, Gravity said, I hear you. We still need to talk video games though. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you. I've been playing that Diablo, man. I can't, well, can this computer actually? Well, I'm not sure if the streaming will be able to actually like handle that with the connection because it's like I'm streaming plus I'll be doing that too, streaming off. Who will probably be slow. Probably couldn't do that. Um, but like I said, I'm probably still gonna have like a live stream while I'm playing Diablo and talking to you guys. Uh, Zaire said, "What do you think about the situation between Selborn and Eva Longoria?" Wait, what? Hold on, this man throwing me for a loop. Hold on. Uh, Eva Longoria says she'll be the only. Now, who is? And you let me see, who was the other person that you listed? And I think I might have spelled. Uh, you know what's here? Let me tell you. I could not tell you. I don't know much about the like the desperate like housewife type deal. I mean, I know who Eva Longoria is, but I really ain't. Just to be honest, I ain't really keep track of like any of that at all. So I couldn't even carry a conversation, man. Let me tell you, I couldn't even do it. Yo, what is up, Gail? What is up? What is up? What is up? What's up? Oh, you talking about that one? Oh, I saw that video. Let me tell you. Uh, I saw Joe Biden's hands. That's all I'm saying. That's crazy. If that was any other guy, that woman would have automatically been trying to restart the Me Too movement. Because it's the president of the United States, she ain't gonna say nothing. She ain't gonna say nothing. Let me see if I can find something real quick. Um, no, like I saw what it was. She knew what it was too. That's why when you go back and you look at that clip of Eva Longoria, and let me see if I can actually find that real quick. Uh, Actually, I want the clip and not, because she grabbed his hands like firmly and shook him. Like I said, I know exactly what that was. That's crazy. Like I said, she ain't gonna say nothing because that's the president of the United States, and she ain't trying to be the one to basically start a whole, what's the name? I'm pretty sure she got people in the background telling her to let it go. It's not that serious. All this other type of stuff. Think about your career. I'm telling you, I know what they send up there telling her. This is what Zaire is talking about right here. So like when Biden was sitting up there hugging Eva, right? His hands. Now, some people might say, "Well, he's a tall guy and she's short." Nah, 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 nah. He sat up there and hugged her. You saw his hands slowly coming from the back, and then his thumb was touching on the breast area, and it was slowly looking like the rest of the hands were about to come, and then she just firmly grabbed his hands, like this. Like I said, when you if you see the clip directly online, you can see her face. You know what it was. You know what it was. And she ain't gonna sit up there and say nothing. She ain't about to say nothing. Like I said, like stuff like this. Hold on. Let me just roll this up real quick. I gotta put another one up there. Cause stuff be looking crazy and people don't be uh don't be saying nothing. Like this looks crazy. You're not gonna tell me that don't look crazy. Like, come on, bro. If that was any other dude, if that was any other guy out here doing something like this, looks like if somebody was with like their boyfriend or something, or their husband, all right, you might be, that close to somebody, right? Like, bro, what's happening? Like, people not saying that. Like I said before, people know what it is. People know exactly what it is. But again, she ain't about to sit up there and say nothing, and his wife ain't about to say nothing either. Because like I said, you gotta understand how things are put directly out there, and the specific reasons things are also put directly out there as well. Now, in some instances, diving into the rabbit hole, you can potentially state for this image here, some people could sit up there and say, well, this was bad, this was this, all this other type of stuff. You can potentially try to say, like, oh, this was a humiliation type of deal that was happening, right? Because if you technically think about it, in normal circumstances, this would be, for an ordinary woman, this would be a very humiliating thing to happen by way of a man in power doing this in public where everybody can see, right? But then you're dealing with two celebrities, right? And then oddly enough, I just noticed that if you look in the background, his wife is magically, her head is all the way turned around. So it was like she didn't see nothing. But what I'm saying is, because you're dealing with two celebrities right here, you gotta view things vastly differently. You gotta look at the optics differently on why it is that certain things are allowed to transpire and happen. because whenever certain things start happening to like celebrities, you magically start seeing their career move in an upwards direction, right? So whenever you start to have some of these women humiliation, where they got to do certain roles or whatever it is, and they got to show their bodies and all this other type of stuff, magically now you can't stop seeing them in places. Magically, they got roles popping up everywhere, right? Versus if it was a woman that wanted to be conservative and in her contract it said, I'm not going to be naked, I'm not going to show any nudity or anything like that. Oh, you're not going to do, oh, you're not having no roles. Okay, let's get the next one in here. You got this one movie and that's it. And we're going to make sure that it bombs, right? Um, Let me see what we got up here. What was it? TB said you didn't wash hands. Woman, I ain't sit up there and go to the bathroom. Light said corn is man-made. Corn grows here. Let me see. Potato starch is the truth in moderation. Oh, pork gives you headaches. Yeah. Okay, Gravity said I haven't had pork in years. The markets try to tip me with those prices. Oh yeah, beef bacon. Oh wait, they got duck bacon? Where'd that come from? Kid Gravity said duck bacon is better than beef bacon. Huh. Oh. Lunch said I'm gonna have to catch the replay. Love y'all conversation. Literally up an hour longer because Seji was up. Peace, everyone. Yo, much love, respect, and appreciation. I know you probably didn't hear that, so. Light said, "Don't cook, Seji." Wow, wow, wow. Always stay your height, Tonda. Always stay your height. That's what we're gonna do with that one. Kane said, "I love turkey bacon. Beef bacon is a bit too salty, regardless of how much I boil the salt out." Well, see, we use the air. See, this thing we use the air fryer. I recommend the air fryer. Air fryer is pretty good. So you're not getting all of the grease. So all the grease, falls to the bottom, and you basically just get, the bacon with less of, like the stuff, directly on there and whatnot. Hold on, that's an even weird. Hold on, like, bruh, no, come on, man, come on, like, no, nobody is. Like I said, all of this stuff is just it's, it is what it is. Let me put that one up there. That one look weird too. That look just as bad as the previous one I put up there for y'all. Let me hold on. Let me zoom this out. Wait, what just happened? Oh, I didn't put the picture on. Wow, that's how I know I might be sleeping. All right, yeah. Like, yo, look at. Come on, man. Yo, that looks bad. That looks yo that. Come. Like I'm looking at this because I got two screens, one here and one here, and I'm looking at this like with y'all. You can't tell me that both of these pictures don't look bad. That looks terrible. Like you got this old dude literally like smelling this woman's hair. And you see the grip he got on this woman's shoulder? Like he literally has her pressed against his face. Oh man, this looks bad. This looks so bad. Tippy said I like looking up to 50s and 60s food videos. I watch a lot of the 50s housewife videos. No, like I watch like a lot of like old like school like black and white type stuff. Like I said, it's some interesting, like type stuff. Like I said, I don't eat beef, pork, shrimp, or chicken. I'm transitioning to vegetarian. Okay, I got you. I got you. Lunch said and Kid Gravity. Good channel, just started following because it was recommended by Blacklight. Revelations. He's a great YouTuber. Oh yeah, Blacklight is dope. Blacklight been moving. Been doing work out here, making moves. Making things happen. Left and right, firing off. Making it happen. Light said I don't even eat catfish or tilapia. Um, let's see what we got. Of course. Oh, lunch was still here. Okay. Light said I don't eat vegan products anymore. I tried them. They smell like dog food. Yo, Memphis, what is up? 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 Said you missing a point. Y'all dad said on going places, y'all ain't welcome. Um, Let me highlight you real quick, brother. I got you. Okay, so let me just reset this back. Hold on. Give me a second. Right? So going back to this video, this is what Memphis is talking about, right? Said I, the person the person that put the content out there, I missed the point. And I'm trying to tell you I ain't missed no point. Because the main thing that I told y'all was that from everything that I was able to understand from the TikTok, I put it directly in there because y'all normally ask, hey, where's the information? Where can we go to learn more? All this other type of stuff. Put the TikTok directly up there. Obviously, people don't want to sit up there and do that. To hear the words of the mother and the daughter, again, I stated that the daughter had quit the job, but that was quite some time ago. And even after that, she's been continuously patronizing that store, right? She was there that day because she was waiting on somebody to get off of work. Obviously, it might have been another coworker, a close friend, whatever it is, waiting for that person to get directly off work. She has the right to be there if she wants to be there, including the fact, again, that she was patronizing that well after she quit the job. So, like I said, I'm trying to get people to think, I'm like, okay, well, if they had a problem with her initially, then automatically they would ban her, right? That's what most jobs will sit up there and do. This is why I sat up there and told people that obviously she didn't do X, Y, and Z like most people would normally try to sit up there and state, because if that was, she would have automatically been trespassed after she had quit that job, right? They would automatically make sure that she would not and could not come directly back there to that establishment ever again after she quit. But again, that was not the case. The lady decided that she wanted to get her out of there because she felt a certain type of way about her quitting. Like I said, that's a personal problem. This is not your actual store. So for you to take it personal that an employee quit is completely stupid. And again, like I stated before, up until other information is out here, that is a teenager. Most teenagers do what? They quit their jobs. What else do teenagers do? They quit their jobs and go back to the same establishment, having conversations with people or being a patron. People do this all the time. I've sat up there and done it. So like I said before, there was more to the problem that was specifically dealing with the white woman that was specifically there. But people didn't want to listen. People want to sit up there and side with the white woman. People want to sit up there and side with all 2 to 3 of the cops that were directly there. And people wanted to be against the black family. Like I said before, it is what it is. It is what it is. Like I said, this ain't my first go around with people sitting up there disagreeing on what it is that I stated. It is what it is. Like I said, the only thing that I can sit up there and tell people is that I hope at no point in time, irregardless of wherever your family is, I hope that the videos that I do, I hope that never happens to your family. I hope a predicament like that never happens. And I'm not trying to hear the thing of like, oh, well, my family knows, not to go where they're not wanted. You don't know where it is that you're not wanted. People don't want you on this planet, but you don't really know that yet up until they actually tell you and show you. People don't want you in America, but you won't know that up until they actually tell you and show you. People don't even want you in your city and town, but you won't know that up until they tell you and show you. So I'm just saying, Just saying. Again, I'm not missing the point. Well, the thing that you're sitting up here stating is it's a little bit more to that. Firstly, they were already sitting there. They were patrons. They had already ordered something, and they were waiting on their food. The mother several times had already asked for a refund, and the manager ignored her and decided not to give a refund. If I came to an establishment and you're telling me to get out, fine, no problem. I can get out. Just give me back my money. That's all I request, and I can freely get out. You're not about to tell me to get out, and then you're about to sit up there and keep my money. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. That's theft. Being real, like you're taking somebody's money and you're not giving them the service that they're supposed to give. You got two choices as a business. You take somebody money and provide them with the service, one, or if you take somebody's money as a business and no longer want them there, you give them a refund. I've seen both of these things happen. So like I said, it's crazy to me. But then you stated instead you want to sit in the store. The main thing is that people forget is that the cop was antagonizing the situation. They were there completely calm, right? Before the cop even got there, things were pretty much tempered. The cop got there. He's sitting up there. You're not going to tell me what it is that I don't know. I am the law. You're not going to. He was doing all of that, but nobody wanted to get on the fact that the cop was really so antsy and he was really gonna. He didn't know what he was talking about. She knew that. That's why she kept asking him. Anytime she asked him a question, he was looking around dumbfounded, like, "Oh my God, she's asking me questions. I've been here for like 54 years. Nobody's ever, actually directly answered me a question before." And he got flustered. You know what happened when he got flustered? He got emotional. You know what happened when he got emotional? He started going for that taser. You know what happened when he started going for that taser? He started pointing that taser. Now, just imagine if he didn't get that taser, if he didn't grab that taser. But I get it. I get it. Y'all will still pull up to the scene and still say that, well, you were wrong. The black woman and the daughter, they brought it on themselves. They were wrong. And y'all will still sit up there and be agreeing with the cops, pointing a weapon directly at the mother. It's crazy. It's crazy. Memphis. Now you said that they like to be places where they're not wanted, and this is like a Rosa Parks moment, right? So humor me for a bit. Are you in the United States? Yo, DSA, what is up? What is up? What is up? What is up? Men of the forest, you'll see a black father and a son in a car as a thumbnail. It's black and white. You won't miss it. Watch it. You'll like it. Wait, baked bacon is the best? Wait, baked bacon? Why does that sound double? Carl said he's got a handful of bacon right now. Uh, Gail said America has gone to the dogs. I see what he meant when he said Latinas were more interested in the blacks. Ah, you see, he's testing her for breast cancer. Never I use Irish Spring sometimes. True. James and Irish Strange said people that lived through Jim Crow understand what happened. That's true. Start using natural soap to Dr. Bronner's. James and Iris said There's a trend where the police are being weaponized because of someone's pride. Bingo! Bingo! If I could sit up there and actually send you some type of like healthily made cookies directly to your doorstep, I would do that. Because a lot of people don't happen to understand and see what it is that you just stated. That's it right there. Again, she was mad or angry at the fact that the girl sat up there and quit the job. So she wasn't mad enough the umpteen times throughout whatever amount of time frame that she's been patronizing the place. She now just decided that, oh, I don't want you here now. What? So why didn't you do this the first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time, the fifth time, all those other times that she's been patronizing this business? Why didn't you have this whole attitude and this whole thing then? Why wait up until this one moment? Like I said, it's crazy. Oh, I got you. I got you one better. I sat up there. I did a video a while ago. It was a black woman. She was at Walmart and she was sitting there. She had the receipt, long receipt at Walmart. She was sitting there asking calmly. She was asking for a refund. And they sat up there and called the police directly on her to get her arrested and escorted out. Long story short, the cops let her go. So obviously ain't nothing happened. Obviously wasn't nothing wrong. But yet they had her arrested in cuffs as if she was a criminal, as if she did something, knowing how that imagery looks. Like I said, people don't be, people out here don't want to be paying attention. Everyone wants to be Judge Dredd. I am the law. Yo, Miss Yvette, what is up? What is up? What is up? Much love, respect, and appreciation. Uh, that cop made the situation worse. Yeah, and that was my point. That was my point. At any point in time, this is my thing. What a cop is supposed to sit up there and do, a cop is supposed to come to the situation as a mediator. A cop is supposed to come to the situation and hear both sides, right? Allow both sides to talk, and then from that come to a determination. And their cops are supposed to de-escalate the situation, not escalate it to a higher point. The cop did the latter. He escalated it to a higher point. But when you look through the comment section of all of the people that wanted to say that I was wrong, nobody is stating or noting how it is that the cop is acting all erratic, all hyped up, willy-nilly pointing a taser at the woman. She's not even posing a threat. She's not doing that. She don't have her body in a bladed stance or nothing like that. She not raising her fist up about to, it wasn't none of that happening, but she's calmly sitting in a chair. She's articulating her point, asking a question, and he's getting flustered, and now he want to go for the taser and start aiming it at her. But I'm the one that's wrong. Like I said, I hope that the stories, let me just look at y'all when I sit up there and say, any and every of the stories that I've done, I hope that none of these circumstances or any of the things that I happen to talk about here, I hope these never happen to your kids, to your family, your wife, your significant other, or you. But like I said, a lot of y'all not going to understand something up until it happens to you, or up until it happens to somebody that's important to you, or up until it hits your doorstep. Like I said, everybody want to sit up there and account and say like, oh, this person's wrong and da da da. All right, like I said before, when you thrown into a situation and you got cops pointing weapons at you, I just want you to know that everybody's going to say that you're in the wrong. If a cop is pointing a weapon at you, you did something to deserve it. Just understand that. That is the opinion. And that is the point that people are going to come to. If a cop had to come there, it is your fault. If a cop has to go to his utility belt, it is your fault. If a cop has to sit up there and pull out his service pistol and aim it at you, it is your fault. Like I said, people don't understand. People will learn one day. Kane said if she wasn't breaking the law or banned from the establishment, the cop had no justification to trespass them or threaten them. You'll be pretty surprised because everybody that's agreeing with the cops, you got a white boy that rolled up in there, got a white boy with the picture of his girl up in there all snuggled up, and magically he's the law. He's like, oh yeah, they were 100% in the wrong. They were their stuff. They were that and all this other type of. I'm like, all right, man. You sound like a security guard. You top flight. You top flight because magically you one of those ones that took the test and failed. And it'd be amazing me too of a lot of these dudes that be up out here that be 1,000% agreeing with the cops up until the cops start doing something to them. Like I said, I keep telling people, yo, the moment of time that these cops, y'all can sit up and be siding with these cops and all this other type of stuff. Wait until these. I'm telling you, dragons know their way home. I've been saying this for years. People don't even understand. The moment in time, and this is a generalized statement. I don't care if you black, white, or whatever it is, because I done covered stories. Because this is the funny part. This is the hilarious part. I done covered stories of this happening to Asian people. I done covered stories of this happening to people who are Muslim, Arab. I done covered this happening to white people, pretty much everybody. I done did cop stories covering cops doing the wrong things. And the only time people want to pipe up and start saying something is when it's black people. Even other black people, oh yeah, they was in the wrong, they was this, they was that, all this other type of stuff. When I show y'all somebody white, y'all be like, oh man, this is an injustice. This is this. I'm like, woo. The transformation, the bass in the voice is gone. It's like it's crazy. Because like when I show these videos, it's like, yeah, it's black. Oh, it's y'all fault. Y'all shouldn't have been there. I sit up there and show you like a white woman, sit up and show you like an Asian woman, who anybody. Magically, the sympathy, the violence start coming out. People want to start saying that this is an injustice, all this other type of crap. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like I said, this is why I love doing content. Because I get to sit up there and see the shift in how it is that people will look at one story versus sitting up there looking at another. Hilarious. And I've been seeing this for years. Craziness. I was still waiting on Memphis to reply back to let me know if he was automatically from the United States. Now, the only way that he's not able to reply back is if somebody just so happened to have blocked him. That'd be crazy. That would be 1,000% crazy. Oh man, that would be 1,000% crazy. Man, oh man. I mean, if that is the I might have to watch that one. Uh, Let me see something real quick. I gotta look in the. Why is that not even moving properly? What's happening? Yo, what is happening right now? Okay, there we go. All right, let me just go to the background. Let me just see something real quick. My bad. Just give me a second, guys. Well, technically, I'm not even sure which channel might even that came from actually. So, if I'm looking at this correctly, so he must have came from the second channel now. No, his I gotta go back up to even find it. Let me see. Let me see. 641. Let me see. I gotta go back up. No, his name was Memphis. So that must have been from the second channel. Let me see. Let me see. Can I look at it like that? Oh, I guess it doesn't switch like that. That's a shame. That's a shame. This is a tactic pattern used specifically on our community to get someone hurt or targeted. James and Iris said they only picked on the weak. My grandfather slapped a white man in 1930s and didn't get hanged. That's history right there, Liz. Let me. Hey, that's some history right there. Let me tell you, that's some history. That's crazy. It's always funny hearing stuff like that. Like, hearing like stories and and different things of that nature. It's always interesting hearing that. The hanging tree is the real police. Police use the white woman's victim to pick up men for the hanging tree. Yep. They expect you to obey every single word, demand the cops give, no matter what it is, just comply. Yeah. Black people are guilty until they're found guilty in court. Everyone else is innocent until proven. Yep, that's true. That's bars. Yeah, I don't see him either. I don't know what happened. He must have dipped out or something. Like I said, I just had a very simple question. Like, if you're gonna, say that the mother or the family were in a place where they weren't wanted, then I'm just asking, like, are you from the United States? With a name like Memphis, you have to be from the United States. You have to be, right? So, like I said, you got people here uh, that don't want you in the United States. That been looking forward to you leaving, gone, not looking back. Like I said, that that's why whenever I see people like say that, I'm like, it sounds a bit crazy because when you look at America, if you are black, they didn't want you here. They still don't want you here. They doing everything to put everybody else over you. You know, like I said, crazy. As I said, did you get what I sent you on Instagram? I ain't even checked my Instagram, and I gotta go through all my messages. Excuse me. That's how I know I gotta get some meat. I know I gotta get some meat. Like I said, I found them. Okay, so maybe that might have been from the first channel. I don't know. I couldn't tell. Like I said, people zoom in and zoom out, to sit up there and say something. Uh, wait. Uh, now it got me trying to like multitask right now. Wow, that's crazy. Uh, no, no, yeah, no. I was trying to sit up there and ask a very simple question. That's that's all it was. Y'all got me what's the name, man? Trying to multitask. Oh, and I gotta try to go and find people. I gotta fill the messages back here. Lord have mercy. I gotta start going through these. I really gotta start going through these. See, I'm gonna end up doing that today. Uh, no, no, I sat up there. I know what you're talking about, Zaire. I put a video up about that about like a day or so ago. Will it when it dealt with like Sukihana and what's her face? Let me see. I put it was technically like a 2-on-1 video. Let me see. It was like it should have been listed with this one. I had put like technically both of them like in like the same video. But I know what you're talking about. So just in case don't nobody knows what it is, that's Sukihana on the. Oh yeah, I can't see me actually like hit the mouse on that one. That's Sukihana on the in the pink, and then you got the Home Depot girl directly to the left. But yeah, I set up there. I put that. I did put that up there. Let me see. James in Irish Strain said, "Search and see how many white policemen that were erased trying to prevent a lynching." Oh, Kane said, "So are we supposed to move around based upon what others want? Tell them to leave." Tippy said, "It's 4:13 a.m. over here. What happened?" Oh yeah, that's right. You 3 hours like behind and stuff. Forgot about that. No, nothing. Um, no. I know how it's written, but it's Memphis. It's just using like I, V, and I, but it's because sometimes names are taken, so people got to write it like a different way and stuff like that. So you know. But yeah, like I said, stuff out here is crazy, man. I try to sit up there and tell people. I done told too many people. I done told like white people like, yo, uh, wait. Timothy said, yo, what's up, Timothy? Timothy said, Seji, how you feel about reparations? Um, I mean, I'm fine. It's going to the families or the descendants of whatnot or whatever. I'm fine with. Like I said, I don't feel no way about it. It is what it is. Um, if you're talking about the money spending aspect, people are going to spend money how it is if they want to sit up there and spend money. Uh, the main thing I've tried to tell people, more so dealing with specifically white people, is that if you worried about black people and reparations, like you got fear directly in your heart that black people are going to obviously do something to negatively affect you, which ain't even the case. You'll have a lot of black people that will sit up there and pour that money right back into the economy, which again will help the economy. You have black people sitting up there buying homes. They'll be buying cars. They'll be, buying clothes, buying groceries, doing the normal stuff people do every single day. And that's pouring all of that money that they just got. Now they're pouring that right back into the economy. But it's like when you try to tell people that and inform them of that, that's not what they're trying to sit up there and hear. They're all on this fear type of like deal. They're still on this whole thing of like, oh, they're getting money that they don't deserve and all this other type. I'm like, yo, you focus on the wrong thing. You want the economy to pick up, you want the economy to be better or whatever it is, or where you live. Let those black people that sit up there and got reparations, let them get those, that hundreds of thousands or those millions of dollars. They're going to be spending that right back at the businesses that are white owned. So that's going to be helping out those families. That's going to be helping out their bank account. That's going to be helping out those employees. Like, it's crazy. But like I said, you can't tell people nothing. People would rather live in a type of fear versus having some type of like outlook. It's crazy. Um, what do I think will happen? Um, I think people are going to be excited. People are going to be ecstatic. People that ain't never have money, they're going to spend it the way people ain't never have money are going to sit up there and spend it, and that's to be expected. Some people will be able to keep their money or save it or at least half of it. Other people will end up running right through that money. I mean, that just is what it is. Just like the lottery, people that ain't never had money, they won $100 million. They're gonna be going through that like liquid. They just gonna be spending it on anything just because they can. Because a lot of people out here don't know the actual importance and value of money or credit, or trying to set up like a trust in the state or anything of that nature, so that they can actually keep money instead of keeping money and watching it walk away, right? The main thing that I stated before that I feel that should have taken place, just as a precaution, is that, hey, they should have stated that, for some of the people, like, hey, if you accept this money, take this business or this financial literacy, class along with, receiving, this money. Um, I wish technically that would have been a thing. Some people probably would have been against it, but like, no, there should be no stipulations to the money. There's no stipulations for anybody else when they get money, and everybody else don't be spending money like black people. So that's the difference. That's the clear cut difference. Every other community knows the importance of money when it deals with actually getting tons of money directly in their hands. Black people never really had that ability to go out there and get that education, or receive the education when it came to middle school, high school, or things like that. We usually have to sit up there and learn this by way of terrible mistakes, by way of friends and family, of celebrities, or we got to learn this by way of going directly to college and pay for it. Right now, luckily for me, I had accounting when I was in high school. I'm not sure how I got into that class, uh, but I ended up getting accounting, and I think it was business. And I learned a few things. Some things might have still stuck, might still be there. But I do understand and know how important money is, and what it is that you should do in order to make money grow. Um, Let me see. James and I was strange said, my grandmother told me when I was young that some black people should have rights of inheritance. Yeah. Timothy said, I would definitely expand my business if reparations hit. Whew, let me tell you, same here. Oh boy, same here. Like I said, that would be something that will go a long way here. Like I said, I wouldn't have to worry about this whole like shenanigans stuff for like YouTube, because it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter at all. But here we are. Again, if anybody would like to donate directly to the platform, you can do that by way of the links directly underneath the video in the description below. Thank you. Um, James and I were strange said some slaves were allowed to have side hustles. Yep, I read about that. Kane said certain people choose their race over sharing money. Mississippi would have been more prosperous if they had turned the slaves into paid employees. True, 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 true. Gail says, Seji, they're doing exactly what you said will happen in my town. They've slapped up low income housing in the midst of decades long homeowners and retirees. Is going to be a hot mess. Yeah, because I've seen it happen in Detroit, and I try to sit up there and wait, what you say? Think about a bunch of mothers like Carry On Blake's mother moving in. Godspeed, Gil. Godspeed. Let me tell you, that's the that's the best that I got for Godspeed. Let me tell you, uh, that's some tough madness right there. Tough madness. Like I said, a lot of these things, what people don't understand, these are plans in order to destroy certain things in black communities to further the degradation in black communities in order for certain things to take place. Like I said, the banks own a lot of houses. Case in point, like this, the banks own a lot of dilapidated buildings, right? Once somebody is out of the home, they're not paying for it, whatever it is. Homes go back to the bank, right? So the bank has these homes. The banks know that these homes need to have some type of upkeep in order for these things to be sellable. What the banks decide to do is that they will allow these places to get copper stone directly out of them. They won't send anybody to check on the well-being of the home. They will allow all types of leak. They will allow conditions to weather down on the roofing and the interior and everything like that, causing mold and wood rotting to happen, which then means that you're going to have a situation of a home that once was livable, that once was sellable, it's no longer livable and sellable. So now that home becomes an eyesore. So when it becomes an eyesore, that means that unsavory characters are going to start to move in. So you might have a drug dealer, you might have some bums, you might have drug addicts, you might have prostitutes, you might have a lot of things that were not necessarily within that neighborhood before, now starting to come in because of that eyesore. So now you got the bank allowing the home to go into a dilapidated status, which nobody can live in, which means that they don't want to sit up to repair it, which means that somebody else looking at the home ain't trying to sit up there and put in all that hard work and dedication to repair it. So now it's just there. So now other people basically come and move in and do whatever it is that they want to sit up there and do, therefore causing the value to go down in the neighborhood, right? So when the value goes down in the neighborhood, then what's going to happen? The people to the left of the house and the right of the house, they'll be like, yo, it ain't even worth sitting up or staying here if we got this and all these other people coming in and out. It's like, I ain't trying to deal with this. So then they start moving out. So then when they start moving out, guess what? That home, that other home now goes to the bank. Three homes are now going to the bank, right? So now the exact same process that happened with the first home that I told you about starts happening with the other two homes. So now you got three homes on the block. That's dilapidated, not livable structures, abandoned structures, not sellable, right? So then you move from those three homes now to six, now to 12. So now you got a portion of a block on one side where all the houses are abandoned, deplorable conditions. Ain't even you can't sell them because don't nobody want to sit up there and buy them. Nobody wants to invest into broken homes. Some of the homes that's already been like arsoned, some of the homes where you got drug addicts and all this other type of stuff happening. So then guess what? So now you got one side of the block that's bad, the other side of the block that's still in good condition. Now what's going to sit up there and start happening? So now you're not going to have the problem with the dilapidated homes. Now all of the unsavoriness that was on that side, now it's going to start to try to move into the other side. So now you, of course, got an uptick in crime and different things taking place and happening, right? Because all of that unkeptness that is directly on the other side of the block now trying to move in on the other side. So now people are like, yo, I love my home. I've been here. My family's been here. I'm not about to fight for this. I'm about to sit up there and leave. So now everybody's leaving. These homes are still in good condition, but now people are leaving because they don't want to deal with the crime. They don't want to deal with the uptick of prostitution, of drugs, of other nefarious characters coming directly onto the scene. So now you got roughly almost a whole block completely abandoned. That's what the banks want. This is how this is how the banks get black people out of communities. And black people just think, oh no, it's the people that's there that's keeping us away from the community. It's our own people. No, 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 no. You have to follow the money. You have to look at the people who own the homes, who have the property, who own the land. It's the banks, the banks, the banks. So now that roughly all of these homes are completely abandoned, it's only a few people left. Now you start seeing demolition. So now you start seeing all of this land that is there that is now up for sale. But it's not fully up for sale because you still have some people that are still fighting tooth and nail to keep their homes. I know about stuff like this because I've seen it in Detroit, and I've also seen it in Highland Park, where you'll have what used to be full, beautiful blocks, and now it's nothing but vacant land and grass. And now it's probably about 2 to 3 homes on that block that didn't get knocked down that people are actually still living in. And the banks will come through every so often or what have you, and they'll try to make offers. Or other peoples will come through and try to make offers to try to get those people directly out so that they can clear out that whole area, so that they can sit up there and start building something brand new there and start charging brand new prices that they normally couldn't sit up there and charge. And when they charge those brand new prices, guess who can't afford to be there? You. So every single time I sit up there and hear people talk in conversations when they talk about black neighborhoods and different things of that nature, I can tell if people know what it is that they're talking about and if people don't. I've heard some people on YouTube speak, but they're not really knowing what it is that they're talking about because they just want to put the angle directly on it's the black people committing this, the black people doing this, and the black people, everything is a part of everything, but that's not the main source. It's it's like trying to blame a television for playing a TV show that your child shouldn't be watching. It's not the television's fault. Who has the control of the remote control? Who owns the television? Who allowed cable to be directly in the house? You got to look at the source, which is the parents. So if we're going to look at the parents and blame them because they have the controller, they pay the bills for the cable, they brought the TV, they allowed it in the house, they also produced that child, they're in control of that whole situation. It's the same exact thing with the neighborhoods, right? The banks are in control of those homes when they are abandoned, when nobody is no longer living there. They're the ones that's supposed to really perform the upkeep and everything else on those homes. They opt not to sit up there and do it because it's a lot easier for them to just tear it down and rebuild and put something else up there. Like I said, people don't, some people don't understand. Some people do not understand what is specifically going on. Zaire says, so the community in Chicago tore up everything in their hometown, is now heading to the West Coast to see if they can mess something else up there. That one is multifaceted. That one is multifaceted. And the reason I say that is due to the fact of when it is that everything was working how it was supposed to work, right? Meaning in black communities, we had jobs. People had trades, people had factory jobs, what have you, right? Or even side hustles, whatever. When you have a community, when you have the men and the boys able to sit up there and work and actually just like make money, right? Legally, even if it's under the table, right? They're still working a job, right? You didn't have all of this stuff when it dealt with gangs. You didn't have all of this drug dealing. You didn't have a lot of the crime and different things that was taking place. The moment in time that a lot of this stuff you start to see the uptick in this is when you start seeing lack of jobs. When you start taking out jobs, when you start having a poor education system, when you have lack of trades, right? When you have a lack of these things there within a community, it will start the degrade of everything, right? So this is why when you see the black community, which is hit the hardest and the most when it comes to this, because primarily when you think about factory jobs and different things being taken out of a community, pretty much just like with the schools. I coming from Detroit Public School, um, we would normally have our classes, if it was music or art, they would take that away from us first. They would leave sports, but music and art, they take that away instantly. But they'll leave us basketball and football. They'll make sure to leave us that. Anything else that's not that, they're taking it out. Mind you, but if this is a white community, it would be drastically different. They would treat it differently. Even if the school system was like, hey, we don't got the money, we're taking this out. The parents would be like in the community was like, oh, you don't got what? Oh, we got you. Give us a little bit of time. All right. Let's get everybody in the community together. We're about to sit up there and do a cupcake sale. We're doing Lucy's doing cakes. Bill and Sarah's about to do the cupcakes. Somebody's going to be selling like some food plates. The kids are going to be selling candy bars, and they'll sit up there and raise that money. Whatever they got to sit up there and do to save that class or whatever it is, they're going to roll up and they're going to sit up there and support, and they're going to make sure that the kids get those classes. They're going to make sure. Like I said, far too often when it deals with the black community, things being taken away, we're so used to things being taken, we're not willing to, in a sense, even try to like fight to save something. Because you got people in the mentality like, well, they, they're gonna take it like they take everything else. So like, why even sit up and fight for it? Let me just go get something different. Let me go get something else, in hopes that the same thing isn't going to happen again. But it is. But it is because you refuse to change and acknowledge the fact that you're allowing, quote unquote, a bully to have their way or do whatever it is that they want to sit up there and do. You're enabling those things to transpire. When I was younger, reflecting back on when I was younger in elementary school, there was no reason that none of the parents there could have raised money in order to save the arts and the music that was there. No reason. There is no excuse, especially during that time frame. No excuse. No excuse. But they opted not to do it because they didn't care. So that was a lot of opportunity in life changing things that could have been placed in children during that time. That could have changed their trajectory in life from what it is right now. Like I said, I don't know what uh, any of those kids are doing at this moment in time as full-fledged adults. I don't know. It could be a 50-50. Some are doing good, some are doing bad. But instead of it being a 50-50, instead of us allowing it to be a 50-50, why not make that a full-fledged 90 or 95%? And at the end of the day, rest assured that we know that, hey, because we saved that class, we potentially helped to save a generation that could have potentially decided to do something vastly different. You know, that's how I look at it. Um, Gail said yes. Young fools taking shortcuts through people's yards, creating paths, which was once unheard of. Litter being tossed everywhere. Yep. Yo, G Nicholson, what is up? What is up? What is up? Said, speaking big facts. Kane said anything you continue to pay taxes on after you purchase it, you don't actually own it. These are facts. Um, Gail said, and thus you never own anything in America. Yeah. Like my Xbox, I don't continue to pay taxes on that. I bought that outright. I own that. That is clear cut. Well, technically, let me correct myself. It's technically my property up until they decide that it's not my property, and I mean that by like updates and all this other type of stuff. Like I said, I done brought y'all the video before talking about Apple and how it is that you think that you own your phone, but you actually don't because it's still Apple's like IP, and they can do whatever it is that they want to do in order to force you off that phone to get a newer generation phone. James and Ira Strange said, didn't former Mayor Coleman Young have a program where you could get a house for $1? I think that was who. That was like back. You had like Coleman, A. Young, and then you had Dennis Archer. So that's like you taking it back. And I remember both. I remember Kwame. I remember Coleman. I remember Bing. I remember Dennis Archer as well. All about like all four. I remember them. And then you got the white guy that's been up there. I forgot his name. I forgot that dude's name. And I was like, as soon as I knew that he got voted, I'm like, oh, ooh, open the floodgates to the gentrification of Detroit. Like I told people before, directly on one of my live streams, the moment in time I went downtown and I saw a white girl sit up there and look at me like, let me tell you something. White people bold. Sat up there, was down there in Greektown walking with my friends. Saw a white girl sit up there like she would, they had like the little gated seat at whatever restaurant it was. Saw a white girl sit up there and look at me like I'm not supposed to be here. I'm like, bitch, where you come from? Like, what's so I'm like, yo, you better fix your. I'm like, yo, yeah, yo, y'all. Like I said, and I said this before years ago. People in Detroit need to start putting them in a place. Y'all better let them know. Y'all better let them know y'all just got here. Stop allowing them to sit up there and walk around here like they done been here for like 30, 40, 50 years, like generations of their family been here, because we know that is not the case. No, that's not the case because from both of the neighborhoods that I've been in, there was no white people over there up until recent. And then it was another instance that I think one of my friends or my mom sat up there and told me where, they got the house showings and all that other type of stuff. You saw a multitude of white people walking around the neighborhood. I'm like, is this like a Mormon rally? I'm like, hold on, are you lost? Do you know where you are? Like I said, I sat up there, I started speaking loud the same way that they be speaking when I'm in their neighborhood. Sat up there and saw like three white girls sitting up there like walking out. I'm like, this is Detroit, right? I'm like, are y'all lost? You need directions? You know where you are? Because I'm like, you ain't never been over here. I'm like, out of all of my days that I've been growing up over here playing Pokemon cards, Nintendo 64, I ain't never seen y'all over here. Never in my life. Like I said, it's crazy out here. Like I said, people, black people, y'all better start giving people the same energy. Black people falling off. I'm just being real. It's been too many times I've been in the suburbs and white people sit up there and like look at me like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, I'm just here because I want to be here. So, like I said, you technically you don't pay no mind or whatever, but It's a little bit different now because they'll just call the police on you. It's like, oh, they'll see you. It's like, I see too many blacks in this store. I feel threatened. I think somebody's getting loud. Oh my god, get the coppers, get the boys. It's like that's what that's what those Karens um will sit up there and do. They'll sit up there and hit you, with that nonsense and all of that type of BS. So it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. When dealing with these Karens directly out here. Uh, Gail said, "Let's keep it a buck. When it comes to fighting for ourselves, blacks are sorry as hell. Hey, it ain't. It's not much that you can do about it. Some people are willing to fight. Other people, they're not. And it is what it is. Uh, like I said, some people will. The moment in time um, that things will hit people's doorsteps, that's when people will, start fighting. That's when people, will start taking things serious. Up until that point, people ain't gonna care. Like I said, I say this a multitude of times. Ain't nobody gonna care up until it's happening to them. You know, like I said, I don't got no time to wait and see. I don't got no time. I guess other people got the time for it. I don't. That's a big sacrifice to be made. I ain't about that. Yo, Mickey, what is up? What is up? What is up? What is up? We got Officer Aku in the building playing Dabla. What is up? What is up? James and Iris said Detroit police used to have ticket writing contests. Oh yeah. Trust me, yo. Let me tell you. When me and my friends were like back in high school, we already knew. Like we already had our minds set. We knew when the cops were going to be out and when they weren't. We knew when it was quota time and when it wasn't quota time, right? When it was like the end of the month towards the beginning of the month, oh, magically the whole precinct was empty because all the cops was on the street. I'm like, wow. I'm like, I ain't never seen this much police presence in Detroit in my life. I'm like, you really thought that something was happening? No, they sitting up there trying to stop every single car because now instead of being lazy, now you got to sit up there. You got to meet that quota. You got to start sitting up there, hitting those cars real tight, right? So you don't start getting docked, so you don't start getting those bad shifts in those neighborhoods you don't want to be in. Now you're trying to sit up there and write up a whole bunch of tickets every single day. Oh, I got to get 15. I got to get 10 to 15 a day. I got to try to stop them for anything. Your tire, it moved the wrong way, and it was touching the paint in the lane. Yeah, traffic violation. Magically, cops got like X-ray vision. Yeah, sir, I pulled. You know why I pulled you over, sir? No, officer. I don't know why you pulled me over. Well, sir. I just wanted to let you know. I was 3 to 4 cars behind you, and I noticed that you didn't have your seatbelt on, and you were also on your phone, sir. You were 3 to 4 cars behind. How were you able to? That doesn't make any sense. My seatbelt has been on the whole. It's clearly on. Well, actually, it wasn't on because I saw you 3 to 4 cars behind on your phone and without your seatbelt clicked in. Sir, how were you able to see that? And it's 9:30 at night. You're questioning me? That's another ticket. Uh, you're going to get a $500 ticket today. You question me again, your car is going to get repo. So that's pretty much how you have cops tending to want to do stuff during the end towards the first week of the month. Because then after that first week, after the quota time, then everybody goes back to lugging around as usual, taking breaks. You'll see cars double parked, talking to each other, having conversations. While clear cut, somebody just got robbed. But, they're not worried about that. They're not worried about that at all. Not at all, let me tell you. Let me see. Yo, Water Sniper, what is up? What is up? What's up? That's another one right there. Doing God's work out there. Doing God's work. Water Sniper said, "What type of video content did you say you're going to stop doing?" Um, so in a live stream, I set up there and stated that anything dealing with or around black women, I was just going to leave it alone. I was just going to let it be. I got a few still left in the tank because we're still in June at this moment in time, so I can still get that directly out of my system. But pretty much, more than likely after that, I'm just gonna leave it be. I'm just gonna leave it be because I'm tired of getting hit on videos and all this other type of stuff. Like I said, you got people up here, messing up stuff. You know, you trying to do stuff for family and whatnot, and people want to do what it is that they want to sit up there and do to mess up stuff, and then you got YouTube just doing some fugazi type shit. It's crazy. My apologies for those who might have kids directly in a room. I have a lapse. Sometimes I wasn't incredibly angry, but I was going to start to get there. Mickey said, "It's been a min." Yeah, it has. It has. Even though I have been live streaming, a little bit more frequently than not. Um, Let me see. Gail said, "Sit and wait for Jesus." Most of us are so reactive, not proactive. Yeah, I tell people sometimes, like, people gonna be sitting and waiting for the third coming of Christ, and they ain't never happening. So good luck. That's why I be telling people right now. It's like, good luck. You're gonna be waiting on the third coming, because that's what it's gonna be. You're gonna be skeleton. You're gonna be dusting bones. Archaeologists gonna be just digging up your bones, looking at you just still sitting. Third coming of Christ. That's how it's gonna be. But like I said, people will figure it out. It's gonna be too late. It's gonna be some sacrifice, but it is what it is. People, hey, it is what it is. Um, what was it? Water Sniper said, "Oh, okay, yeah, like I said, man, it's tough. I don't know. It's crazy out here, man. It's just it's 100% crazy. But like I said, man, you out there doing God's work, man. I see y'all out here. I happen to see y'all either on like the front page, or I might happen to tune into like a few videos that I see people doing, but usually I try to just keep to myself so I can just like focus and zoom in on my anger and my rage and my wrath. But yeah, like I said, at the end of the day, black people just got to realize a lot of the things that are transpiring, that are happening directly out here, and hopefully people will catch up to it sooner rather than later. You know, that's the best thing that I can in a sense hope for. Well, technically, Dick Gregory said hope is for fools, right? So realistically, that would be stupid to just in a sense hope or wish. Let me see. Well, we got 23 over here. All right. All right. That's dope. We got 23 on the second coming and 35 coming from the old channel. That is dope. James in Irish Strain said, "Faith without work is dead. Jesus cracked the whip in the temple. If a man does not work, he does not eat." That's true. That's true. That is bars. I completely agree. I completely agree. I tried to tell people that before. Um, when it came to like this channel stuff, I told people, I'm like, yo, this didn't just happen due to the fact of me wishing for something to happen. You got to work towards, like, if you got any type of dream or anything that you want to do in life, You got to work. You got to put in effort and energy directly, into it in order for anything to come to fruition. That's just the way it is. You got those extenuating circumstances, those extreme cases where somebody just like tripped and fell over a gold bar and now they're just instantly like whatever. But for the other 99.9%, that's not how that's going to happen. Like you got to dedicate time and energy, blood, sweat, and tears and sacrifices to whatever it is that you actually want directly out of life. If you're not willing to sit up there and do that, if you're not willing to make the sacrifice, you ain't going to get nothing. It ain't going to work. It ain't going to happen for you. And like I said, I live, I talk from experience. And that's the main thing I try to give people on a platform. When it is that people stated that they wanted to do social media and different things of that nature, try to tell people like, yo, don't be looking at it as a money aspect. You got to look at this as like something that you actually want to do, something that you're interested in, right? You got to treat this like you treat your actual job. Like you have to be there. Like you don't have for this, you don't have no time off. Now, if somebody's making your schedule for a 9 to 5, yeah, you got time off because they allow you time off. When you're working for yourself, you don't really got time off. And if you do got time off, you better sit up and be clocking in. Like I said, a lot of people not willing to do the hard work. They'll sit up there and look at the end result of what it is that somebody has done and be like, I want that. But you don't have people going and looking at the whole history of how it is that somebody got there and said like, yeah, I want to do that. Nah, don't nobody want to sit up there and go through the sacrifices, the blood, sweat, and tears, and all that hard work and the losses and everything else that somebody had to, face all of those. Nobody wants to sit up there and do that. People barely want to sit up there and work out. So people ain't going to want to do the beginning and the middle work of how it is that somebody got to the end of getting $100,000 or becoming a millionaire or whatever it is. All people want is the end result. Because that's all people see, that's all people understand. Because we've gotten to a point in time where people don't even hard work doesn't even register for a lot of people. Effort doesn't even register for a lot of people. Like it's crazy. People just want like instant everything. This is why you got a lot of poor cooks out here because everybody got a microwave. So now you could just like, 30 seconds every single meal. And every single meal tastes bland. It tastes like crap. It is what it is. And because people are so used to basically eating shit, when they actually get good food, they say that the good food is trash. You know. Wait. Gail said it was just at 31, then it dropped to 22 fast. Huh. Gail said I'm going to be the one to trip over the goal. I mean, yo, if you do, just just remember to donate to the channel. That's all I'm saying. I'm not even a couple of just donate $10. It's all enough to sit up there and get some Uber, enough to get a coffee. Don't forget about it, brother. When you trip over that gold bar, don't break no ankles either. Just you know, let me see. But yeah, that tends to happen whenever I start talking or whatever about certain things. The retention will be at a certain level and then it'll just like drop significantly. Like I said, it's whatever. It is what it is. 19 is about, the normal rate. And again, some of the stuff I talk about, everybody don't need to hear it. It ain't meant for everybody to hear because only some people will actually understand and they will apply what it is that I'm talking about. So, like I said, can't even get my words right. Ain't no sweat for me. It's a loss for them though, but it is what it is. Kane said, all you can do is hope for others. It's up to them to change themselves. That's true. That's true. James and Ira Strange said Hollywood was built off of the backs of black talent. They would go into the black community to find different styles. They would imitate it in their movies. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, especially when you look at like the black and white films. Oh yeah, and then when you go into the fact of blackface and music and all of that, the sync. Oh yeah, trust me. Oh, I'm right there with you. Trust me. I love a lot of old, black and white type of like films and different things of that nature. Trust me. Trust me. I got you. I used to watch a lot of what was it, Turner movie classics. I don't think AMC actually played a lot, but Turner movie classics, they had like a lot of old stuff and whatnot. So trust me, sit up there and see that Shirley Temple or whatnot. She used to play black face and tap dance. Animal crackers in my soup, monkeys and rabbits loopy. Yeah. Oh man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Like I said. But yeah, I think what I'm gonna do, we got about what? It's now dwindling down from the original channel. We had 28 people watching. Again, shout out to all 28 people on the old platform that's watching. Shout out to all 19 that's watching on the second coming as well. Again, if anybody want to donate directly to the platform, you can do that by way of the links directly underneath every single video that I got, in the channel, Cash App, PayPal, different things of that sort. So, but yeah, we're rolling up on 2 hours. This is actually a long hour plus at this moment in time. It really felt like I've been doing this for about a good 2 or 3 hours, and I haven't been, which is actually quite crazy to me at this moment in time. But I'm going to sit up there, and it's about 8 o'clock for some of you guys. I think for Tippy, let me see. Tippy, it should be like four. It should be still like four something. Because I'm not sure if some of y'all might be from the East Coast or the West Coast or whatever it is. But I'm gonna let y'all, in a sense, have directly. Wait, James Ira said that is one of the reasons why Little Richard changed his singing style. Oh yeah, I put that clip of Little Richard directly up on both of the platforms, actually, on IG and on and people love it on IG. People are really on that clip, and I'm like, I love that. I was ecstatic, and I was happy that people actually uh like that. Somebody read all your comments, send up here, rolling up here with an angry face. I don't got time to be rolling through all of this, Tippy. First of all, you're supposed to be asleep, ma'am. Miss, I play The Sims all day. Boring ass game. uh, I can't be trying to roll. I can't. First of all, they don't even let me roll through. Uh, wow, you wrote that twice. You really copy and pasted that twice, Tippy. That's what we're doing. Really? I need you to relax, man. I need you to relax. Happy Juneteenth. Just like Kim Kardashian said, you ignoring this. First of all, I started going back and reading. I saw some of the stuff that you said. You're right. Just like Kim Kardashian, get off your ass. Actually, no, I like the Ronda Rousey. She had a T-shirt, and I like that T-shirt. That was a dope T-shirt. Happy Juneteenth. What did you say? You didn't read all of my comments, and you ignoring this channel. Actually, no. So I read all of the comments that you had directly in a row, especially your doubles that I see directly up here. You wrote twice, just to let you know. Um, Gail said, "Peace and love, much love, respect, and appreciation to everybody who stayed through, watched me yammer and throughout, the different topics and stuff that I happen to bring up. Like I said, sometimes it can be a hodgepodge of whatever. Y'all gotta be kidding me. Now we got about like 37 people on the old channel tuning in. Y'all killing me. Y'all killing me right now. Yo, how y'all start? Yo, come on, man. How y'all start rolling up in here so late? You said the church comment. What? Ma'am. Lord have mercy. Let me see. Evil racist Superman. Where the gangs at telling them you in the wrong neighborhood. Always wanted to do homeschool, but they got rid of that in the 90s, I think. Uh, yeah, what's up, Battle for Life? What is going on? I ain't see you in here. Originally didn't show up on the what's the name? Uh, they want to survive immigration taking jobs. On the SEIJIHITO channel, not this one. Which, which, first of all, time to stay short. That's what we're gonna do here. Stay short. Stay short. We're not even about to sit up there and do this thing. Now we're gonna do it. I've been up here for about close to like 2 hours on this live stream, just talking directly off the cuff, off the top, off the dome. So sitting up here doing. So I'm mentally tired at this moment. if I could sit up there and Professor X and just like grab something in your house and throw it at you, I would at this moment in time. Unfriendly atheist said about I'm confused. I don't know which part you came directly in on. I'm completely confused. I don't need you to repeat nothing, Tippy. I'm tired. The live been going for about close to like 2 hours. About close to 2 hours. And I'm guessing like the notifications like started maybe possibly hit it. I can tell you it ain't hit the main channel. It ain't hit the second coming. I can tell you that. Cause this one always stays at about like 19. I don't know what it is. Like I said, YouTube be doing some funny stuff. You done literally seen somebody go from about 15K subscribers at one point all the way up to like 30K. And then when it comes to a live stream, you can only sit up here and get about a bare minimum like 19 to 15 people. I'm not going to say it's a conspiracy, but it's looking real weird. It's looking real weird. For the most part, that I could consistently keep about like 40 on the old channel, and I can only hold about like close to like 19 on the new one. Yo, let me trying to tell y'all. Ah, no, the Catholic Church was struck by lightning. God did. I'm DJ Khaled. Uh, I just got a notification to start listening 3 minutes ago. Dang. That's that good old YouTube, guys. Let me tell you, giving y'all that late notification. If there was ever a point in time, it was only one point in time that I was probably able to get about like 140 to like 200 plus people in here at a single go. That was a long time ago. That was a time far ago. That was an old Seji, a great Seji. Let me tell you, great man he was. Can't tell you what happened now. You gotta laugh at this stuff sometimes. Uh, Tippy said, James said, I heard about it. Tippy said he not listening. He's talking about he's mentally out of it. Tippy, I need you to get your connection right. I know it's a little bit delayed on your end because you're using like a Nokia from like 2015. It's cool though. I got you. I understand. I understand. See, now he's talking, but He didn't know what he talking. Now he trying to make it seem like I'm old. All right, Tippy. This is all right. So just to let everybody know, this live stream is clear cut going to end because of Tippy. It's Tippy's fault. Let me let y'all know. I mean, the positive part. Shout out to the 300 people that have technically showed up on the second coming to view the live stream. I wish people would have actually like gave like a what's up or something like that. Like I said, people don't want to talk to me. It's crazy. It's like y'all want to sit here and just like watch me. Y'all can say something. You don't got to be afraid. Some of y'all watching from y'all flat screen TV right now. I know my face got to be looking large right now. I should have shaved. Some of y'all watching from a cell phone, Samsung preferably. I know because I look at the stats. We got numbers out here. I know that a lot of y'all got Samsungs out here. I see y'all. I got y'all out here. And it's a rare few of y'all that might be watching from like a PC or a laptop. I see y'all out here. Y'all ain't on Steam, but I see y'all out here. You said no, don't blame me. Gail said that's low. Says you blame those. Tippy know I'm playing. Wow, Kane was like, we all knew she would ruin it for everybody. Wow, wow. Kane joking though. Kane joking. Tippy know I'm playing. I can sit up there and hear her laughing in the background, sitting up there playing Sims at the same time. Literally on a cell phone, watching a live stream, and on the laptop or the PS4 playing The Sims. I know Tippy. She's not all the way here on this live stream. And Gail coming out of nowhere. I can't believe you. Can't believe this. Can't believe this. But anyways, I love you guys. First of all, oh yeah, it's still dark over there. I forgot about that. Wait, you got glasses? That's crazy. But again, I love you guys. Much appreciation for you guys watching the live stream, trying to get my having that gray fog thing basically happening. Much love and appreciation. Got to repeat myself again. Having you guys actually sit here through this live stream, listen to me yammer, talk gibberish. Again, I like doing this because I get to see some of you guys. We get to talk back and forth through way of the comment section. You said stay on, just go to sleep on a live. Does this look like Twitch to you? This is not in real life, Tippy, where I'm just about to like, okay, let me turn the camera and then I'm going to sit up there and like and go to sleep on the no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. The only one I've ever seen successful doing that, it was an Asian dude. He did that and people were donating money to him while he slept. If that's what was going to happen, then I'll do that. But that's not happening. That ain't happening. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. And then I sit up there and like wake up and I realize I'm still on camera. I'm like, ah. I'm like, let me cover myself, go to sleep. It's like, oh man. Anyways, love you guys. Stay safe out there. Have a great morning. If you're just getting off of work, have a safe trip. Just going to work, again, have a safe trip. I hope that you leave work the same way you came home. You came home the same way you left work. Cook on camera. Maybe when I get some money on this channel and I start getting some different stuff, I'll start doing some different videos. I'll cook in the kitchen and I'll do a live stream talking to you guys while I'm waiting for my food to process. I'll do that. That's what that's what I'll do, right? And I'll let y'all hold me to it. The moment in time that everything goes well on this channel and stuff like that, I'll start doing live streams where uh I'll sit up there, I'll cook at night, and I'll be talking to y'all, on the live stream while I'm cooking. We can do stuff like that. Hopefully I don't burn no food, but we'll see how that works. Well, that's a long ways off. So I got a lot of time. I got a lot of time. Yo, we got Ty in the building. What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up? What is happening? What is happening? Ty comes in as soon as the stream is about to end. And we still got 34 on the old channel. That's crazy to me. Oh man, y'all some dope individuals. We got light up here. Oh snap! Technically, I should have been looking at the other one. Light says it's just tall and old now. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. I could crack some jokes, but I'm not gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. Uh, the King's Kid says stargazing was such. Yo, the funny thing is that at a point in time I did want to. I was about to say a satellite. Oh boy, a telescope from the Discovery Channel store when they used to have those in the mall. It had like this giant dinner plate telescope that you could hook up to like a computer, and it would look at the stars and different things like that and the constellations and stuff. Yeah. Tippy said exactly the other channel. Light said, "Don't blame it on Tippy." That's why he can't sit up there and read stuff anymore. That's why he can't read stuff anymore. Anyways, love you guys. Much love and appreciation. I'm not gonna say nothing because chances are my mom might be watching this. So people just leaving reckless, saying reckless stuff out here. It's reckless. Anyways, much love, respect, and appreciation to everybody here. Again, if you want to donate directly to this platform, you can do that by way of the links directly underneath the video, from the Cash App to the PayPal to even the Patreon, which is even a dollar. A dollar, guys, a dollar. It's ridiculous. It's like a fire sale directly out here. When is the last time you got anything for a dollar? I don't know. I can't even find anything on Uber Eats for a dollar. But yet you got me for a dollar, bringing the news right to you. Let me get off here making a fool of myself. Anyways, the dollar store. Tippy, shut up. Shut up. No, nobody asked you, Tippy. No, nobody asked you, Tippy. You just had to say something. You had to be that one. You had to be that one. Light said now he's ignoring me too. Who? I said I could have cracked some jokes. I opted and decided not to. I'm letting you live. I'm letting you walk away from the situation. I'm a very nice guy. Just to let you know. Very nice guy. Now StreamYard was acting like it was losing connection actually, which is pretty weird. Look at that. Well, I guess that's YouTube trying to tell me that it's time to actually get offline since it's showing me those connection bars. Look at that. Oh, as soon as the connection bars disappeared, automatically lost like 1 or 2 viewers. That's shout out to YouTube. You guys are always you guys are doing the work. Let me tell you, I ain't gonna say whose work it is, but y'all doing the work. I'm short, but I'm not scared. All right, stay safe on those phone books when you're driving, and on that step stool when you gotta cook and when you need to reach the cabinet and wash dishes. Stay safe. Stay short. Anyways, love you guys. Peace, love. See you later. Told you I could have made jokes. Told you.